This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio.
Well, let me say good evening from my end. It may be good afternoon from your end or good morning from your end, but this is the Bottom Line Liberia. My name is Linford Egon Gua. Tonight, I'm going to be joined by my colleagues as usual. Paul the Lord Chirupli will be here. Francis Mensah will also be here. And we hope to have very, very, very interesting discussions tonight. And we will be bringing you a very important discussion. Let me repeat that word. Very important discussions. And they all have to do with the War and Economic Crimes Court. The reason why America may be supporting, the reason why America and the international community as a whole are supporting the War and Economic Crimes Court. We're going to give you the reason, some of the reasons, not all the reasons. We don't know all, but we're going to give you some important reasons why the international community may be pushing for the War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. So do not miss this. Look, if you ever miss any edition of the Bottom Line Liberia, do not let it be this one. We're going to bring you a very important interview with somebody, with a journalist, a prominent journalist who cover the war in Liberia extensively to the climax when President Doe was killed. So if you have never, had the time to listen to any edition of the program, Bottom Line Liberia Discussion, this should be the only one for you to listen to. Do not miss it. I have never emphasized anything like this on this show. You know that. And if I emphasize that the information tonight will be good, will be genuine, it will be informing, very informative information we're going to give you tonight. So stay with us as we, get set for the show. All we want you to do is very simple for us. Stay with us and share the show. In fact, all of your contacts, what you do is just click on our like button on our page and you'll be notified whenever we come on. And if you join us by way of Jala TV, we already see people pouring in for Jala TV. You can leave your comment in the comment box. Tell us which part of Monrovia or Liberia you're watching from on Jala TV. And if you're joining us on our main page, tell us also where around the world you are watching us. And you can ask your question. You can leave your comments. We'll read them for you. We hope that we're going to have a wonderful show tonight. OG Kawa Jr. Is watching us. We also have Victor Gay is watching us. We don't know where Victor is watching from. Irreplaceable Juma Nasu is watching us. So all of you, we say welcome to all of you guys for the first time you joining us. My name is Linford Goa again. And we're going to have Paul the Lord Chirupli joining me in just a few seconds from now. And also Francis Mensah may be joining us. Okay, there goes Francis. Well, man, you take a deal from my mother. Welcome, Francis.
Thank you, buddy. How are you?
I'm great. Well, so what we're going to do, Francis, tonight, we're going to really, really have important discussion. We're going to give some of the reasons why the international community, let me get point 01, America, may be supporting this War and Economic Crimes Court. One of the reasons why. So we're going to take our short break as usual, musical break, while we share the show ourselves and get ready. So that at the moment we return, we're going directly into business. We're going to be discussing the issues tonight. We'll have, like I said, we'll have an interview with somebody who was on the spot. And that person will tell you whether the Americans know about the capture of former President Doe or not. Musical break.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. Fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired. They tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie.
And so we want to say welcome officially to the show. Joseph Conto, one of our regular viewers there. Welcome to you, Joe. And please help us to share the show. And again, let's see few of the people, recognize few of the people. Let me say O.G. Kawa is watching, and also Victor Gay, and Irreplaceable Nassau, and all of you that are watching us via Jala TV in Liberia. We want to say welcome. This is where we discuss the issue, give our views and opinions. Our opinions may not be right, they are not wrong either. That's exactly just how we feel about it. And we also solicit your views. You can leave your comments, your questions in the comment box, and when we have time, we'll read them. Be a part of the show. We do not have any stranger here. As long as you are on the show, you are part of us. The only rules that we have here is respect people. You respect me, I respect you. We don't abuse anybody here. Everything we say here is true. We give you proof by you looking at it or hearing it. We don't make up any story here. We don't lie on anybody. Okay. So I want to say welcome officially to my colleague Francis Mensah. He's in Sweden, and Paul Elocho is going to be joining us. But Francis, let's say welcome again. And how is the weather from your side? You know, we've been having small little sunshine on our side here, man.
Look, man, bro, the weather has changed. We thought we were ushering into spring. We had a couple of 8, 7 degrees. So, but then, man, it changed drastically to 1 and minus. Like wearing jacket. The sun is hot though. The sun is up,
Yeah.
but it's cool.
I know what you're talking about. But on our side, I think 2-3 days ago, over the weekend, actually, I think it was Saturday morning. I did a video. I was driving on the countryside. You could see the snow falling. after 1 week of sunshine, and the snow abruptly started falling. And then yesterday it was kind of hot, so the snow started melting again. And then this afternoon it started snowing again. So this is a Scandinavia for you. But I mean, sorry for you guys watching the show if we bore you down with this weather thing. There is basically nothing happening in the Scandinavia in the winter, so the only thing we talk about is the weather. When we meet you, the first we ask you whether it's cool, and even when we ourselves wearing take jacket like this, then we say ask somebody whether it's cool, But welcome if you're watching us from Liberia. We envy you because of the house of, but this time of the year, I remember when we were kids, around December, January, or this time is much better. But around December to January, it will be cool because it's winter time in Europe, and the Hamilton wind will be blowing to Africa, and then it becomes a little bit cooler. I remember those things. Paul, welcome, and how you doing?
Well, good evening, Lifa. Good evening, Francie. The Lord Cholope is doing fantastic. Well, I say marvelous, great. It's good to be back. How are you? How are you guys doing?
Well, yes, I'm good. I'm good, and we want to say welcome to you.
Yeah. Some sort of noise in the background.
Yeah, I think it's some chair rocking. Francis, your chair is rocking. Mine is rocking, but not making noise.
Right.
But guys, I'm just putting some fun in here, but we're going to be discussing serious issues tonight. Paul, you want to tell us just a gist of some of what we'll be hearing tonight?
Oh, yes. To our viewers, I would say welcome to the Bottom Line discussion. This will be looking at the civil crisis in Liberia, what led to the civil crisis. And there was an interview by Elizabeth Blunt, and she said something that caught my attention. We'll play her interview on this program for Liberia, where the American involved in the Liberian Civil War. 1 hour viewer to listen to Elizabeth Blunt. She have an answer to that. We're also going to talk about why is it Americans are quite interested in the war and economic crime code in Liberia. Is it because their norms were killed or because we want to know? So we're just asking the question, 1 hour viewers to be part of this. And then we'll look at Prince Johnson. He's the only warlord that is up and down in the news every day, talking about this war and economic crime code. The others are not talking. Why Prince Johnson? So we'll hear him too, and then we'll take it from there. So we'll have a very interesting topic tonight, guys. Embrace yourself.
And I was reading through the paper, though we'll do the review of some of the stories in the paper. But I was reading, and I came across a story in the front page Africa that says that Prince Johnson is having an early fallout with the Unity Party, and then at one point I raised eyebrows. Then at a certain point, I lower my eyebrow because I know Prince Johnson is. I mean, this is the exact characteristics of Prince Johnson. When you hear PYJ, it means instability. Unstableness. Okay. PYJ. That PYJ means to be unstable. PYJ. When you hear that word, that abbreviation. It means to be unstable. Because that is Scandinavian weather. one minute sunshine, and the next minute it's snowing, and you gotta go inside. But on a serious note, guys, tonight we'll start with the newspapers. At least we got only one story for now to review. But let me put this thing up. Okay, probably I don't know if I can make it big. Let me see. Yeah, I think I can make it bigger. I don't know if I make it bigger, it's going to be bigger on the screen as well. But whatever it is, that's it. But the story you see in the background there says that PYG is having an early fallout with the Unity Party. Now, we all know that in the elections, Prince Johnson selected the vice presidential candidate to Joseph Nimba Boakai with the intent to make the Unity Party to win, because Nimba is a rich vote. And Prince Johnson, portrayed himself as the godfather of Nimba County, believe, and it happens most of the time that wherever he sways, wherever he will lean, the whole Nimba will lean. It's like a tree, right? Prince Johnson is like a tree with all the branches only for Nimba County. So if the breeze is blowing, wherever the whole tree lay, that where all the branches and the leaves will lay. So that's why he believed that he can make a king. So he moved onto the Unity Party and then supported the Unity Party. Guys, I think you've seen the headline, so I'm just going to take it down. But the paper is reporting that Prince Johnson is falling out. He's thinking about even opposing the United Party in Nimba County in the upcoming by-election. What do you think we're going to be witnessing here, Francis and Paul?
Well, the actions of and the behavior of Prince Johnson is becoming unbecoming, in the sense that he cannot have more than what he should have. Nimba County has the vice president, the vice presidency. They have a couple of ministries, assistant ministers, deputy ministers. Look, Prince Johnson have been using that leverage of Nimba County as a rich vote county for the past 18 years. And it's about time now that Liberians and the people of Nimba County realize that, look, Prince Johnson has served his people. He claimed that he liberated his people, but look, how much more can he demand from our government? I mean, Nimba County is not the only county in Liberia, So I think his actions and his behavior are very, very unbecoming right now, and he should not be using that as a means to threaten the peace of the country or threaten any government. Be an opposition party or political party, he should desist from that. Because he himself said he wanted the war crimes court. So the white tower not coming. Or la Birmingham say, "I them water." Yeah, bring the court, we'll go there. Now the court, they're trying to establish the court now. Now he's becoming very jittery. So yeah, I think he needs to desist, and we need to move on. And then he go and exonerate himself. He's not the only warlord in Liberia. Yeah. So Paul, I turn it over to you, Paul.
With Prince Johnson, I kind of like Prince Johnson, because I don't know how Prince Johnson managed to control the second vote rich county, Nimba County. And with all our intelligence brothers and sisters that come from Nimba, I don't know how Prince Johnson managed to control all of these people. So live for you from Nimba County. This thing is really bothering me. With all of you from Nimba County, how Prince Johnson can get control your whole county like that Every time Prince Johnson will decide who become president, everyone follow Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson will put somebody hand up, they'll become representative or senator. What's happening to your Nimbadian? With all the book y'all know, what this guy just playing with your in Nimba? Talk to me, Linford. It's just a shameful business to hear Prince Johnson dealing with whole county that have intelligent people. For somebody like Prince Johnson to deal with you, and every time he talk, people call him the godfather or Nimba. It just behooves me. I don't understand what's going on with your Nimbadian. Talk to us.
Well, I think if anybody is misplaced in Liberia, it's me. And poor me, I feel sorry for myself because I actually come from Boakai County, but I don't know because of my name, people affiliate me with Nimba County. But let me admit this for the 100th time that my great, I wish I know what the number of the great, they would be the third or fourth, the fifth grandfather of mine, comes from Nimba County and settled in Boakai County, and all the other family people were born before, even me. So, but how be it, I'm a Liberian, and Nimba County is part of Liberia, so and my part of Boakai County I come from, we speak Bassa, we speak Mano, we speak Pele. If you smile, you speak all three, which I do. So, I don't deny my Boakai County-ness because I'm from Boakai County. My mom is a Pele woman connected to Bassa also. And my other great-great-grandmother come from Bassa, from the Bassa belt. So I'm mixed up in this thing here, in the Bassa thing, in the Mano thing, in the Pele thing here. But again, the unfairness, and let me say this on the show, the unfair thing about us, or about me, that people always believe that I come from Nimba. Okay, and then when we sit on the St. John Road, right, to Boakai County South, so the moment we cross and get to Nimba, they say, hey, the Pele people here. So they don't even consider us. Then we come back to our Boakai County. Then we come back inside Boakai County small. The next time, after my time, they say, hey, the Mano people here. So we know who we are, but I'm very happy to be all three. But let me answer you. Paul, when it comes to the Prince Johnson factor in Nimba County, I've always told you, our Nimba people would believe in somebody who will lead us, somebody who we see as our, forget all that nonsense about Nimba County people, brave, intelligent, that nonsense. These people, they think one way, our Nimba people, they think one way. The moment one strong man becomes, the head of the group, everybody will put their power in that one man. Whether he's stronger than that man, but you dare not talk, you dare not even challenge him. You see it? So Nimba County, I know, should I call it nationalism, or is it just something that we are born with in us, that if Linford becomes the chief today, all the other chiefs then will go on me, they will follow me without anybody challenging me. Probably it's the discipline. Something is wrong somewhere. I can't explain it because I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that we love our people, we Nimba people. When we believe in one man, we believe in him. Prince Johnson declared himself. Nobody had election in Nimba County to say, okay, Prince Johnson, you are the godfather of Nimba. Nobody went to a referendum in Nimba and declared Prince Johnson. But he came out and he said, I fought for you. So I am the godfather. He will now say the people maybe. He said, I am. He made himself. And then everybody else followed him. So your question as to what happened to the Nimba people, well, I cannot answer it because I don't represent all of them mind. But in my own mind, what I know is that we follow that tradition. When we got chief, that one man will follow. Once we believe in him, we'll follow him until probably he dies, or he will not give up power though. So the only thing that can end Prince Johnson rule in Nimba County will be dead. When Prince Johnson dies, then now we start looking for new one again. So this is it. It's nationalism coupled with submissiveness.
Francis, the thing where Linford talking, although he get Nimba blood in him, when it comes to Prince Johnson, he want to draw back. So the fact is,
I'm not drawing back. Prince Johnson, our senator. I'm not drawing back.
You see, I sat in classroom with brilliant Nimbadians, even in the UK here, brilliant people. But I don't know why this guy, I don't know what kind of magical power he took from Nigeria and get spread it on the Nimbadian that just get them to be blind, that or murderer like him to just control them. It doesn't make sense. Look, so before Francis come in, look, listen to this guy. He's so scared and he controls the whole group of people. The second largest county with population, he controlling it. And now there will be a senatorial seat, some who to replace Jeremiah Cole. Prince Johnson now, because he's so scared of the war crime code, I guess every one of you have followed this his recording, his secret recording. But for those who are, let's play it and then let people hear this guy, he's afraid, and this guy controlling a lot of people. I don't understand what kind of voodoo he's using. So friends, let's listen to this. They just something mad about this guy. I don't know why he should be elected all the time. Listen to this. Let me play this for the sake of our audience.
Oh, my pet. Oh, no. My America to be secretary. Other than what the caucus agree on, we agree on Sunday. She's a lawyer. She had an NGO there. She was helping a lot of people there. We got, are you there?
Yeah, getting you.
We got Kou, Mampe Kono. We are told that fraud to my girlfriend. And Kou, that fraud to my boy in business. Who brought Kou up? So they want the guy to go to this country, so all the contracts in the country can be given to fraud. With all the $1 billion he get, in that time we're making money. Every small business is that. And you mean it. All right, anytime you go to product, anything, they want you to bring your house as a collateral. So, however, they also want your Antonia. I wanted to support him, but with the unfortunate event, when we're going to debate the work on the floor of the Senate, I want people of like mind to join us in debating it because there are laws that prevent any such code from being established here.
But do you think that, Senator, do you think that Nya will debate the issue when it comes to the war crime code? To debate against it?
Nya will not debate with a UP man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So supporting not tangible.
I'm going to leave the premises to you that because of I don't want to support Nya, I'm supporting Mark Bloom, the county inspector.
Yeah, that is the best way because Nya we connect with the UP hierarchies.
It will connect. But Mark Bloom is our son. He believes in us, and he will not do anything messy. So he will join the MDR on my money, and we will register.
So, guys, your whole Prince Johnson, his fear is the war crime code. His whole fear is the war crime code. So this controlling that he controlled Nimba County, he picked people that will go in a house to fight for him. It's all about him. And Nimbadian said that every year in, year out, by-election, not by-election, presidential, Prince Johnson is going for 27 years. He's going to break Tonma record because of Nimbadians that keep putting this murderer back. So you listen to this guy. It's all about him. He denied other people in Nimba County because he afraid that he will be sold out. Friends say, what do you think? You muted. You muted, friends.
I don't think the word, use the word being sold out. Look, I'm just exhausted with the Prince Johnson story all the time. This man, he takes a lot of energy out of Liberian politics. He sucks the air out just based upon the act of tribalism. He's very tribalistic and nepotistic. That's the kind of man he is. He wants everything to be him for himself. If you left with Prince Johnson alone, all the ministries will be Nimba people. All the public agency will be Nimba County people. That's what God will make him president for that country. That he will never become president. Look, the War Economic Crime Code has to come. Look, Prince Johnson can bring the next guy, who call it the county inspector general or whoever he is. He's just one person. There are 15 senators in our country. I call it 15 or what? They are 15 times 2, 15 counties got so the 30 something, right? Yeah, that's
30 senators.
30 senators. So look, bro, gentlemen, even if 14 go for Prince Johnson, there will be 16 that will go for. So the majority will carry the day. If I were Prince Johnson, I would just cooperate with the people and let it walk. The more he goes about mooning and grinding about this thing, he just shows that he's indicting himself. You know, you say you did nothing wrong, you're fighting for your people. So go to the court and explain you're fighting for the people. The judges will hear your explanation of whatever you have to say, counter argument. So look, I think it's just exhausting. Prince Johnson. Look, I'm so tired talking about Prince Johnson, guys. I'll honor you so man. Yeah, okay. This guy is.
Maybe I can chime in a little bit.
Nimba, please chime in because I want after you chime in, I want us to lead to something else.
The two things are, first, let me clear one myth that all the people in Nimba County will always vote for Prince Johnson. That's not true. There are people who oppose Prince Johnson in Nimba County vehemently, and those are people that he goes after all the time. And you gotta understand the person Prince Johnson is. Prince Johnson is a military man, and military people they don't let any opposition. They always want to be the one guy in the town, and it's all because of that mind that yes, I have the guns, I can silence anybody, I can do anything, I can silence you, before you make up your mind. Even if you take a gun from a soldier man, you still feel that it's something. So Prince Johnson is disarmed, but he will portray himself to be that person, that general he was during the wartime. So not everybody, let me clear the first myth, not everybody in Nimba County that supports Prince Johnson. A large majority of the people might be supporting him because he comes from the Gio tribe, and they almost in majority. And it cannot also be denied that there are people from the Minor Belt that support him. Remember that Prince Johnson had all these people fighting for him. So people who fought along with him owe some type of loyalty to him even until now. And those are the people that he will go to all the time and spread all the lies and even boast of bringing 500 men who are on a standby. Okay? So that one is clear. The second thing about Prince Johnson is that Prince Johnson has already shown the international community that he may be or he could be guilty if he goes to the war crimes court. Now, listen, you got several people who fought the war. Like his partner in crime, Thomas Yaya Nimle, who was, crying the other day and even lying. But the rest of the guys, George Bodie is silent. I'm sure if Francois Massacre was alive today, he would be silent. The other guys, Bernie Samoka, he did not form a warring faction, but he formed a counter, forced to the warring factions. The Black Beret, Honor Ibn Sawyer, he's silent. All the guys, they are silent. But why is it that Prince Johnson is the one who quoted all the Geneva Convention? That there's a law that this thing cannot come here. Prince Johnson, you went to the TRC, you testified. Because in court, the reason why people go to court is to go and testify. tell the people what you know about the case, the issue, even if you are accused, go and clear your side, testify. You did the same thing at the TRC. So why can't you go, if the war crimes code will come, why can't you go and do the same thing? What is a big deal now from what you said years back, which are on tape? Even if you think you will forget, you can listen to your own tape, or also you can memorize it and go and say the same thing. But every time you hear about this thing, you make it like, oh, somebody is telling you something you didn't do. Prince Johnson, you fought war. You were general, you fought war. You had your own charter started in MPFL, which you were part of, and you broke away. You started your independent MPFL. So there is no way you can exonerate yourself that you can't deny it. Prince Johnson, you fought war. People saw you killing people. You slapped Walter Allison, and it was the last time the whole public ever saw her. Eh? So I do see where you want to defend yourself. And like Francis said, if Prince Johnson, you're smart, you're beginning to be quiet. Let the other guys listen. If the war crimes can go and tell the people what you know. People, you kill people summarily. I mean, you summarily executed people. Allegedly, let me put the word allegedly. You allegedly kill people who you did not ask, who were not given the chance to. I always say this. These people, those people you killed, did not have the chance to defend themselves. Okay? You accuse them, you are the accuser, you are the judge, and you are the executor. Okay? They didn't have witnesses, but you will have witness. Go to the court. Say, I didn't do this. You say, I did this. Yeah, my witness there, John Brown can. John Brown, you know Prince Johnson? Yeah, Prince Johnson did this, yes or no. Simple. So I don't see where this brother, our senator, will always cry wolf. He had done it so much that almost everybody's tired with him now. Okay? Look at what Francis is saying. Even me, I get tired hearing the one Prince Johnson thing. Yeah. He makes himself to appear like he's the only person who fought war. No. Plenty of people out there for war. See? But why you? And they ask the question, why always they come and in Prince Johnson? Because you influencing the politics. Yeah. One day you making king. You the one can select president, vice president, all those things. Then another day you did and you died. So if you are silent, people that go after you.
Oliver, let me just add something here. Look, under the IMPFL did not have more people from Nimba County as compared to the MPFL.
Yes.
He recruited most of the boys. He keep a handful of amount of people. Kyopo that came and Kingdom of Rural recruited all the guys from Newtown, all the guys from West Point.
That's
that what made the IMPFL strong. But the MPFL had more Nimbadians than the IMPFL.
Right.
So true. I know that for a fact. In making the car where he recruited all the bottom of road out fighting. He had a few Geo men that aligned. I mean, around him, they were the commanders. They were the all around, but all other feasts or the guys on this that were so Maruba boys. You know, so the IPF did not have more.
Francis and Linford, there's something about Prince Johnson. I'm trying to work it out. Do you remember Noriega, the good friends of the American, until something went sour, they went after him, right? The Panama issue, if we can go back to history. This Prince Johnson, if we all can remember during the war, when he captured Doe, Prince Johnson was called the Tango, Tango, Tango. You all can remember that story? So that Tango, Tango, there's something about that Tango, Tango that Prince Johnson now, who were closer to the Tango friends, is now afraid of his own friend, because what happened to Noriega back then? Noriega was a CIA that went against his very own boss. And what they did, they pick him up in Panama. So is that something Prince Johnson know, that why he crying wolf? Because the other people who fought the war, they quiet. This is the guy that was calling Tango Tango. And we were listening to Elizabeth Blunt interview on this program where she confirmed that Prince Johnson, yes, were in contact with the Americans. Is that why Prince Johnson today, he know that he done something?
Francis will chime in here. Let me just say something. You know, when I hear Prince Johnson quoting all the Geneva law and convention, I just laugh. Who made a law that he Prince Johnson? He the one. No, the people who made a law, they say we want to establish a war crime school. Then you sit down there, oh, there's a law according to Geneva this and that. You can't. My friend, the people made a law. It's just like I made a medicine. I gave you the prescription. I said the medicine that mean make it. I don't want to know where inside. I said you can take it 5 times. You say no. it sort of be this way. You lie, Prince Johnson. Bro, you can quote all your Geneva something. You can go and come down. In fact, the people made the law in 1 second. They made it. Yeah, you don't know the recipe. So, if our Prince Johnson, the best thing to do at this moment, keep quiet. In fact, even if you keep quiet now, you are made it worse. So everybody asking on you. If they're picking up anybody, let me tell you, if they're picking up anybody in Liberia for the war crimes code, Prince Johnson will be the very first one, number one. They'll leave all the other guys there for you. They will make sure they get you. Because number one, you come out, you say you're organizing generals. Number two, you don't want always say you got 500 men standing by. Number three, you don't want fighting against the whole law, the whole war crimes code team. So you've done a lot of things to raise suspicion, even if you're innocent. But the way, you know, so like the three of us are walking the street, right? Then somebody just say roll, then one of us just start running. We know that three are walking, we still not, you know. But the moment they say roll, you start running. So they put the three guys walking, they roll and run. They'll come for you.
So look, Prince Johnson is a contradiction of himself. The first thing he said, so many things. The gun that liberate shall not rule. He ran for elections. I mean, look, the man is an epitome of contradictions. Look, so the guy has to face the weight of the law. I mean, he's afraid because his actions are on tape. I mean, the other people are basically, yes, say, they say, you know, you say, I say. So if somebody say, oh, Joe Body, you know, we know that he brought warrant, he brought war laws to other people. But when it comes to Prince Johnson, the evidence is so clear. It's glaring that the young man that, you know, I mean, he has his capture on video internationally. They saw him, what he was doing. So I think he's kind of petrified because of you know, the overwhelming evidence, and he's number one on the list. You know, so I think that'll move on. Prince Johnson will hear that man crying until that war crimes come, the court comes, it ends, and you will hear him whining. He will use that the rule and divide tactics with the Nimba people, putting it against everybody else. So that's his modus operandi. So I mean, let's move on. He will never change. Prince Johnson.
Let's move on to a tape, probably.
So, Francis and Linford, I have a question here for you guys in the audience. There were 5 American nuns that were killed in Liberia. And the question is, I'll put a picture up. Who killed these nuns? All the warring faction in Liberia, they're not talking. Now, the Americans and the Israelis, if you all know, if somebody go after their citizen, they don't relent, they will pay back. And we know what happened in Scotland in the 80s. If you all heard about this story about the Pan Am that were bombed by Libyan spies. And for many years, the Americans went behind Gaddafi for the death of their citizen. In Liberia, these 5 nuns were killed during the war. So the question is, who killed the 5 nuns? The rest of the warring factions are quiet. Only Prince Johnson is crying wolf. Is that something that will concern or he knows something that we don't know? Is this why Prince Johnson is crying wolf, because the other people are quiet? So who killed these 5 American nuns? I want our audience to help us, and I want the view from you and Linford on this thing, guys. This is interesting because the Americans they would not stop until the war crime court come to Liberia. Who killed the 5 nuns? Guys, let's have a discussion.
Look, let me just come in quickly. These were not the only people, Americans, that were killed.
Right.
Charles had his own share of Americans killed. And part of it, the sister, the nun's house, because some of these sisters they taught me in St. Michael's, they were Americans, and they died during the autopause, and that landed Charles in jail indirectly, So these people, everybody pointed at Prince Johnson. People say you killed the boy around the Mother Douglas Church era. I was not around that era. I was way in Barnumsville and in Buchanan. So it's clear that it's alleged that he killed people. He killed the nuns. So the evidence is overwhelming. So if America really wanted this guy, they would get him. The reason why the man does not travel anywhere since that he stays in Peaceville, he doesn't even go to Nimba County Street. He stays where his house is. He doesn't go to the Senate. So he's just missing action. The man, he killed the people. His people, they allege that he killed the people, and people have evidence. They say they saw him. They have pictorials for that, as a matter of fact. So yeah.
Limfa?
Okay, just before I give my take on that, let me welcome some of the people that joined me for the first time. Bill Nire, my own friend, T. Sean Higgins, Ambassador Urias, Faith Nyepan, Washington Swa, Garnio Ziga, you are all welcome. Help us to share the show. And of course, Joe Conto has been here ever since, along with irreplaceable Juma Nassau and Victor Gay. And so all of you are welcome. Please, you are free to participate. You can go in the comment box and drop your comments or your questions or whatever, or even your comments about the question on our discussion. Who killed the 5 nuns? Well, for me, it's difficult to give a clear-cut answer because I was now on the battlefront. If I was ever near the battlefront, it was not Monrovia because I was working in Greater Liberia at the time, what we call Greater Liberia, and we heard about the death of these nuns. And so I do have a clear-cut answer as to who killed these nuns. But we can also do a survey or demographical survey, geographical and demographical survey as well. Where were these people killed and where did they live? Even if they live at point B and point A and they were killed at point A, point B, or point C, who controlled that area that they were killed in? Because I know MPFL will not go away to Corway Bay and kill people there. The same way Prince Johnson will not go away to Habel at the time, or Kakata or Banga to kill people there. The same way George Bode will not go to Lofa County to go kill people there. And Lofa Defense will not go Sano to go kill people. So, we got to first of all, this is where investigations will come in. This is where Prince Johnson will have the opportunity to accelerate himself. This is where all other warring factions will come clear. They will say, well, I control this area and these people were killed in certain areas. So, the whole knows about the war crimes code and people taking it to be like a death sentence. For me, it's nonsense. This is the opportunity, and let me repeat this again. People who die in the war, honor your hands. All of you warlords I'm talking to, okay? People who die, honor your hands. There were people who did not have the opportunity that you have now to go defend yourself, give yourself the story. There were people who some of them died from stray bullet. Okay, I remember on a fateful day in was it September, some part of September, when the Turubo killed over almost 200-300 people. You will see people eating, people die in their eating bowl. Children in a park. We had a big park at the gym in Habel where the cluster bomb dropped, and one of the whole cluster did not explode. That thing was stay there with all the bombs stuck on it. It landed in a reed bush. It did not explode. That was a scene to see. Okay, so some of the people who die like that, they did not have the opportunity. the Licado massacre, the Tupo Road massacre, all the places people sleeping, you walk on them. The Lutheran Church massacre that were carried out by the AFL. You know, these are things that people need to explain, to answer. Okay, so those people that you killed did not have the opportunity. Like, you have to go defend yourself, bring your witness, talk. Those people were sleeping, you cut their throat, you shot them and they died. So, how fair do you want the process to be for you? The process is fairer and crystal clear for you than those people who die under your hands. So, again, let me say that I don't know for sure who killed these people, but for us to get a picture of that, when I mean a picture, a clearer picture, is we got to launch to all the investigators, people who will be responsible for war crime school, have to launch investigation into where these people were killed. Okay, and that will give them a sense of where to start from.
Well, let me just say something quick. Look, Prince Johnson knows who killed all the people. Prince Johnson, the man who killed the people, is dead. Navani. What out Navani? Because around Navani. The person Navani. So Prince Johnson, when you're afraid, he should be waiting to go to the court because he knows who killed the people. Everybody dies in Navani killed the person.
Thank you very much, Francis, for that point you made. General Vani was my very good friend. When General Vani left Prince Johnson base, he was in Weyala, and we were introduced at the radio station. General Vani was my very best friend. I sat with this man, we talk most of the time. Okay, but Prince Johnson now is using General Vani. Since General Vani is there, that the only person who carry all the blame. And I know some other generals who are on Prince Johnson base. I'm not calling him yet. I know for that privacy. And I know this old man, very easy old man. Why he can't say that the old man killed? Because you know the old man still alive. So he can't say that the old man killed a man. And that old man, and not only that old man, there were other generals that were on Prince Johnson base. He would never call that name and say, they didn't want to kill Tikansi Rawa, they didn't want to kill Wata Allison, they didn't want to kill Doe. Okay? Because you know they are alive. So nearly dead man, Prince Johnson, they shift the blame on General Vani. Because General Vani will not have the opportunity to come. But I know General Vani. Fearless man. He was
Vani. I mean, that thing around your grave, like, hey, Prince, why you lying on me?
So, but this is where Joseph called to say is Prince Johnson. People are pointing figure at him, and Bill. He said, if I said they're not 5, they were 6. See, this is what and then Bill also said this too, Prince Johnson. So the viewer say it's Prince Johnson. So is that the reason why that Prince Johnson is the only one keep talking about the War Economic Crime Code? Because you see, right after this, we're going to go to Elizabeth Blunt interview. Prince Johnson was downing and whining with the Americans against Doe, according to the interview. Because when he captured Doe, we heard this thing, tango, 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 and that tango, tango, it meant that he was calling somebody at the higher up. So I'll link this story with the Noriega stuff, and I'll link it with the Lackaby thing with Libya and the Pan Am that were bombed in Scotland.
Yeah,
the Americans don't forget. Yeah, they don't forget. If you kill their citizen, they will go after you, whether it take them time to get you. Is that the reason why this Prince Johnson man is crying wolf in Liberia? So before we get it, I think let's listen to Elizabeth Blunt to build a case here, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, roll it interview.
Okay.
I think you said they were Palestinians.
Palestinians.
So this interview, yes. This was an interview done by
They were
Prince.
from the Middle East. Mm-hmm. They were Arabic speakers.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, which of course goes to the setup because my father supported Israel, so it makes perfect sense. So from my perspective, from the house, we knew
for the viewer, this is Samuel Doe's daughter on this program as well. So just to let you all know, let me roll this.
Knew he was going to echo us, because he told us he was going to ECOWAS, he was going to lease ships, and also he was going to try to sign a 2-month peace agreement.
Would that he had.
Listen,
but it was a setup. He didn't know.
After Doe was captured, you heard Johnson Prince. I don't know if you saw the tape where he was calling Tango. A lot of people assume or think that he was calling the American embassy. You ever heard that?
He did have a radio on the American embassy circuit, yes.
He communicated, he got any info that he was communicating with somebody in the embassy?
Yes, and he was calling, that was the way he was saying that I should come down to the Freeport and watch the president being interrogated. That was on the embassy radio circuit, because the British embassy also had a handset on that circuit, so they could listen in.
So he was communicating with the American embassy and the British embassy? Was he communicating with somebody there, or
he was calling out on a radio circuit that they were both on, and I think it was set up by the American embassy. I don't know, but the British ambassador could hear what they were saying, and that was how I knew that I was being invited to go and watch them torturing the president.
Do you believe that the American had some hand in the Liberian Civil War, like sponsored Free Taylor and all that stuff?
Do I think they would?
They play any role in the Liberian Civil War?
I would think they probably did, yes. And I think the French also did. The French were very close to President Houphouët-Boigny, and President Houphouët-Boigny was very upset because Tolbert, one of the Tolberts, was his son-in-law.
A.B. Tolbert was his son-in-law. Yeah. The lady, Houphouët-Boigny's daughter, went and married Blaise Compaoré.
That's right. So he was very upset by that. So he was not favorable to President Doe and his government. So the French on the whole, I think, were in that camp. The Americans, perhaps, I would have thought more on the government side, but I don't know. All above my pay grade, really. You hear whispers of this and whispers of that. And yes, I've heard whispers that somebody at the mansion betrayed your father and told Johnson that he was going down.
Exactly. So we discussed that.
You heard that too, Madam. I mean, Elizabeth.
I heard that. Yes, and one of
was it one of his family members?
No.
Okay, guys, Elizabeth blown in his teeth. I know you're listening to it. And Linford, you've been around as a journalist. Francie, you're intelligent, you're a police officer. What your take on from that short interview by Elizabeth Bond?
The regular sick, I'm a police officer. Oh man. All right, I'm serving the police, but man, it doesn't make me a police officer. I went to the academy, I graduated as well. So
you policeman, ex-police. You policeman. Yeah, but on a serious note, all along, I've never heard any account of the Americans' direct involvement with the capture of Doe. It's always been like, a fly in the air that Prince Johnson was, of course, communicating with somebody higher up there. And people believe that only higher up that Prince Johnson would have been communicating with would either be ECOMOG or the American embassy. And I didn't even know the involvement, the level of involvement. Now I can say that clearly, that the French were involved and even the British were involved, because we heard it from a journalist, an accredited British journalist who covered this war extensively. This is a lady who saw Doe for the last time in the captivity of Prince Johnson. I remember she was describing in one of her interviews the kind of food the people were eating in Liberia. They were eating iron meat. The case means she called it iron meat. And so Elizabeth Blunt was very, very much aware of things that happened in the Liberian Civil War because she was at the forefront. She covered it out of information far to her from the UK, or she was on the ground most of the time. She and Robin White. Now, we all heard the interview. And first, let's give the credit to Prince Double and the daughter of the late President Doe or Veronica Doe. I didn't know that he had another daughter. I didn't know Silu. So, but Prince Double did that interview, and I think it was spot on because they asked very intelligent, good questions. And Elizabeth Blunt clearly said it, that Prince Johnson was communicating with the American embassy. And he even called her to come at the port to see him investigate Doe. And that's how she got there. And then she also mentioned that that radio that Prince Johnson was calling on was from the American embassy. I mean, was connected to the American embassy. And then the British embassy was also hooked up on that particular radio. And that's how, according to her, that's how she knew that Prince Johnson was talking to the American embassy. And then the French involvement, she linked it to Hofe Boyen, daughter being married to Abitor, and Abitor was killed by Doe. And so the French government, I mean, the Hofe Boyen was not certified, and so the French government were involved. So we see it's a whole long stuff. So for Mr. Prince Johnson to sit here today and try to play innocence, you know, there is something called conscious innocence. Conscious innocence. You know it well, then you know. It's like you walking in a cold, you know you freezing cold, but you acting like you're not cold. You know what's happening, then you want to pretend. Conscious innocence. That's what Prince Johnson wants to do. But again, like we said earlier on, records are there. We're not talking about the year 1800. We're talking about here, right here, 1990. At least technology was advancing. At least people have video phone. I mean, or video camera, and Prince Johnson had two journalists who are my very good friend, very close friend, even until now. They work for him as his private journalists. They even arranged our visit from Greater Liberia, journalists from Greater Liberia to visit Prince Johnson base. They arranged that, okay? And we went there with no incident. We went there free, everything was all right, 2 different times, 2 different Saturdays in succession, okay? So those videotapes are there, are out there some kind of way. People can get it. Yeah? So for Mr. Prince Johnson to be pretending like nothing happened, well, it's left with him. But I can tell you, and Paul, you're trying to make reference to the Americans and Noriega and Gaddafi, how they even went Reagan even went after Gaddafi and try to bomb him, and Gaddafi's stepdaughter was killed, and then finally they managed to get Gaddafi at the end of the day. Okay, because of that lucky bit bombing. So there was a movie I watched, but I'm trying to make sure whether I'm correct, whether it's missing in action or one of Chuck Norris' movies, I think Hostage Flight. I think it's called Hostage Flight, where the American people are on board and the people hijack a plane, and Chuck Norris is a hero in that show. He told the people, this little baby, this little girl had the door baby, and then something happened. And the terrorists wanted to intimidate a little girl. And Chuck Norris said, "We are Americans. If you take one of us, you take us all." So remember that America takes soldiers will die for one dead body. If you kill one American soldier in battle, if they by land, you can kill 10 or 20 other people just to get that one dead body, you kill enough. So they will go after you. And the question as to who killed the nuns. Well, right now, as everybody knows, the primary, besides Chancellor, who is already serving, the primary suspect for one of the largest warring faction in Liberia is Prince Johnson. So if war crime school can do grabbing, that then now they will start explaining, oh, it's not my era where the nuns were killed, or it was John Brown era, then John Brown can say, no, it's not my era. Then now the investigation start. But I can tell you that the war crime school will come. Prince Johnson, you go explain tire. You go quote all the Geneva Convention tire. This thing will come. People put in a model, in fact, to the point where they're talking about spending money in Ghana, just for it. So you should know, people have been look, the Americans will not talk things that they will not do. They already finished making a background investigation long time. You think people coming, they didn't have Liberian team, what proceed to Ataisha and talk. The people finished making investigation long time. They know fact. They got dossier of information that they can release on you before you even think. Guys, continue.
So, Francis, I mean, you listen to Elizabeth Blum, and the reason why I brought this up to link Prince Johnson with his dining and whining with the Americans during the Civil War. And Elizabeth Blum in a video confirmed that, yeah, he was in communication with these people. So today now, Prince Johnson is crying wolf that he doesn't want the World Economic Crime Court to come to Liberia. And then the issue of who killed the nuns. So all of these things that is embedded around Prince Johnson. Is this why we're hearing all of the tapata from him every day? We can't sleep when we wake up Prince Johnson, we sleep Prince Johnson. Is that all of it because you know you'll be bra?
Look, the writing is on the wall for Prince Johnson. There's no way he can escape. He has to go to the War Crimes Court to exonerate himself. I know I mean, this man is the only person who is guilty before trial. You know what I mean? No, everybody can say, no, the man is this. I mean, you know, in legal terms, legal arena, they say you are innocent until proven guilty. But this guy is guilty before even trial. So the man, he has all the reasons in the world, I mean, to be afraid. As I said earlier, the man is petrified. There's no other way the man can go. I mean, Prince Johnson just needs to go and exonerate himself. Look, I said earlier, during the autopsy, nuns that taught me in St. Michael's Catholic School, they were raped and they were killed in the autopsy right around the Barnaby Junction area, and took them, you know, because the nuns were living right there. Sister, I mean, two people that were at St. Patrick's, they were at St. Michael's Cathedral, they were all there. They told us, I know, no, yeah. So these guys, like Charles Taylor men, the reason why Charles Taylor is in jail too. That's one of the reasons why they told him he had to leave quickly. You know, so it is Prince Johnson's. It is his time. It is his turn to go and face the court. So I mean, I think that all of burning issues here. Prince Johnson cries belated. He can do all he wants to do to turn to influence the vote in Nimba County against the Unity Party. That would not, weaken the Unity Party's, desire to bring about the World Economic Crime Court. Because this is one of the things they promise that burn people. So there are so many other burning issues in the country. I mean, he talking about development, which should be the 9 years he said, the 12 years or some 29 years he's going to stay. He should be talking about developing Nimba County and other places. He's talking about Floyd being mean. Floyd's a businessman. What may be giving money away for? So I mean, look, the man is just against everybody who seems to be progressive.
Yeah, but you know, that particular statement from EC. No, let me tell you, where they say when God moved from behind you, let me put it like the wrong way, right? When God moved from behind you, all kind of things happen to you. The Americans sanction you for pay to play, you deny it. Then you turn around, you repeat it by joining Unity Party so that they will give your people more job that pay to play right there. Then you still confirm me. Floyd Thomas is a private citizen, a businessman. So why would you walk to him and ask him for money? See? And then when the man get it, he say me. Yeah? Can you imagine?
He said the message monkey property.
Yeah. Everything Prince Johnson is to get something back. That's why he want to Mr. Cummings to ask him. He actually asked Cummings. But when Cummings put condition that, listen, I can do this, I can help you, but I will not be, if I win, I will not be able to do something for you. Came by say, they're coming begging to gain money. See, so Prince Johnson, this guy is just, nobody can defend Prince Johnson. No, you want to defend this, you see, Prince Johnson, you know, the fishing net, well, the program carry the fishing, it can't hold water. No way, it can't pass it, we pass on the side, leaking on the side. Prince Johnson.
My man, I disagree with you. I disagree with you. Prince Johnson can hold water. By evidence of that, let welcome guys told me on the show, because by evidence of that, Prince Johnson I brought in 3 presidents. And now you see, you said Nimba people, just recent election, Prince Johnson delivered the whole of Nimba County. So something about Prince Johnson that we must say this, what is right. And I kept saying the Nimbadians, the whole of Nimba County, you said no, you debunked what I was saying. But they made me label the whole county. What do you Gio, you Madingo, you Mano? The man is the godfather, is the daddy. When Prince Johnson cough, all Nimbadi across the globe will cough. They are afraid of this guy so much until Nimbadi can take a stand and say, no, he's not the only general from Nimba County. There are a lot of people that serve in the military from when we were small, they used to call them Nokos from Nimba County. Where are they? That this one guy will be over the Nimbadians like he's some kind of god. So something Prince Johnson now use some Nigerian voodoo on all the Nimbadians around the world. They're afraid of this man. And that's the fact. Until Nimbadians take that stand for this warlord to face what he did, then we know that Nimba County is free. But this guy, he just choking all Nimbadians across the globe. And that's the fact. Welcome, guys. I know you heard me talking about this wonderful loose cannon called Prince Johnson.
So, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Yeah, I heard you saying you differ with Omen Linford. If you have said to some extent you wanted to differ with him, I would have agreed with you. But by the fact that you generally, entirely want to differ with him, no. I think Prince Johnson is a self-acclaimed godfather of Nimba County. Only by fact that he used the power of the gun, quote unquote, that he liberated the Nimbadians. So that entitlement, he feels he has that entitlement to become the godfather of Nimba County. If we want to give somebody the godfather for Nimba County, even before the flood Toma, before the Musa ability and the legs of the other people, there were eminent business people in Nimba County that were sending people abroad with scholarships. Nimba County still respect them and respect their children. But he created this scene where he told the Nimba, the other day here on the show, I said it, because of the population of illiterate people we have. So you can say anything to that group of people. It's easier for you to sell it to them and they'll buy it. So if you remember, the 3 presidents you counted that Prince Johnson has made, at one time, Prince Johnson used the same scenario. Oh, y'all want to leave me, or y'all want to go vote for them? You don't forget. I mean, we're fighting for you. So he created the Congo and Native divide. It's the same thing. So that tactic, he used it and survived for a period. But I think Nimba County is standing up now. I don't think the people are blind like before. They're standing up now. And the issue of war crime code, like our comrade said, he should go and try to exonerate himself. But I don't even think Prince Johnson has the power or the energy to exonerate himself. I think it's an entitlement that we should not even give to him. I think he just needs to turn himself over, because to exonerate yourself, there's no process. The evidences are too much for Prince Johnson to go and defend anything, you know? So, yeah, to some extent, you can say, okay, he used his political willpower to influence people. Yes, of course. Politically, he's standing now as the godfather, but entirely, he don't have that control over Nimba County, because There are so many data that we can point to. Other than that, he would have delivered Nimba County entirely. But the data prove that he don't have that control.
There is a by-election coming up. And Prince Johnson.
Let me just say something, gentlemen. Look, if Nimba County could make president, all the president become a Nimba County, yeah.
But Prince Johnson not made to the president, so he proved that what they call
he himself ran for presidency. And the man himself ran for presidency. Nimba County will make him president. Why he did not get? Why
he did not win? President? That's a good point. Why he didn't win?
Well, this is the godfather of Nimba had a claim because that meant when he raised your hand, all you can win. Now there's a by-election coming up.
Nimba County is a component. I mean, the voters are a component of the entire process. So I mean, they're not 75%. No. It's not even 50%. Let's say 50% because all the people in Nimba County for Prince Johnson. The first thing we are our law says that you have 50 plus 1.
Let me get Charmy here. No,
all that scared tactics the man is employing.
On the body's brother and sister, I put a bet. Prince Johnson will deliver the senatorial thing again.
The man is employing scared tactics amongst the people of Nimba County, and that will not.
When it comes to the Nimba County thing,
Princess, let me just cross this. Let me cross this quick to Mr. Cholo play, right? Are you aware that the same Prince Johnson had lifted about 3 persons here who have lost elections?
I know what the president. I'm not talking about the local level. I know what president. He lifted Joe Weah here. He lifted Eddie here. He lifted Boakai. They all won election. So this guy is becoming so powerful because he being powerful. Even the senator. Let me finish. Senator, representative, they refused to sign a war crime code because of Prince Johnson. They're afraid of this guy. That is the fact.
No.
All of these people
I disagree with you.
But
I disagree with you.
But
listen, Paul. We in a democratic nation, and to test the strength of the democracy, you don't expect everybody to do the same thing. And remember that when it comes to the War and Economic Crimes Code, now this is a double-edged sword. They are saying War and Economic Crimes Code. If they were establishing only War Crimes Code, all the senators and representatives will pass it because most of them did not fight war. But the term of combination, War and Economic Crimes Code, is not coming one because it's so expensive to set it up. So they not set one up and then set the other one up another time. So they set it up as a double-edged sword. So if the sword got double-edged, you can't hold it anywhere for you to be safe. The moment you hold it everywhere, it's still a hand up. But when you hold a blade, you're not safe. So that's why those senators who are corrupt, you don't expect the corruption king, Ellis or Tyler, to sign for a War and Economic Crimes Code. You do not expect a lot of them. Okay? So this is where if it was in a War Crimes Code, hey man, brother, trust me, the thing we're talking is going far place. Not that they're afraid of Prince Johnson. But again, let me weigh in on the Nimba County factor.
Let me weigh on the Nimba County factor. You're making my blood to boil.
Let me weigh on the Nimba County factor now.
In the lower house, you represented that just went in refused. That's the point.
But I'm telling you, because they are corrupt. Yeah, they are corrupt.
I mean, the one that just came in, I never said the government is corrupt too.
Let me tell you about the Nimba County thing where people feel that Prince Johnson president. And Francis said it right. If I can make medicine to make other people well, and the same sickness that I'm curing people from, it grab me, then I can make my own medicine. Tell me, I'll share a phone with you. You know, during the war time, you used to see that nonsense on the board because the gay or some kind of go or something. There was a guy, there's a fun about a guy who used to be one of the producers of that thing. And then every time the ball go, they will die. So the minute someone came out and said, hey, Papa, we're making the medicine, we'll try you today. Papa run, he start crying. They grab him, they tie him, they say, you're pouring medicine on him, Papa. He said, no, I think I'm actually. So it's like Prince Johnson say he can be president. But here's a man who ran 2 different times. He didn't get nothing. he ended up supporting other people. So the fact is that Nimba County has got a good chunk of voters. That's a fact. So it's just like, everybody building a house there. Then you do maybe there was small leakage somewhere, but you the one saw it. So okay, I can pass it. You pass it. So oh yeah, that Paul, did it. So Prince Johnson, if you can make other people president, and you want to be, he ran. If he had not run, we have the doubt. We say, oh, the man want run. Now he become president. But the man ran 2 different times. Why he win? Yeah? He can make match it.
No. Wait. The whole of Nimba County voted for Prince Johnson. He came 3rd place in the 2017 election.
Yeah, but why he win?
Because the other county refused. Now, because Maryland County refused, Grand General refused, other county, but the entire Nimba County voted for Prince Johnson. He came 3rd place, 4th place. That's the point I'm making here.
Yeah, but my point here is
a friend of Prince Johnson.
Look, my point is, let's erase that notion, because the kind of population we're dealing with, they are gullible. They are people who can take in anything. They get accepted thing. They can take in anything. No, listen. Let's erase that notion that Nimba County can make people win. No. Nimba County cannot make people win. They can only contribute to the vote.
They can make people win.
Make a conversation serious.
No, it's true. So you cannot say that.
Nimba County cannot make people win. If they can make people win, then why they can make Prince Johnson win? And like I just told you, Prince Johnson
that's the point I'm making. There are 15 counties. Nimba County alone voted for Prince Johnson. He came 4th place. The entire Nimba County.
But so Mr.
Cholope, let's hear from this point.
Let me finish learning first, because this thing you're saying, Lofa County voted for Weir. Bon County voted for Weir, right? Maryland County voted for Weir. So Nimba County came in as the 2nd largest vote rich county. Boom, we are sealed in. 205, Ellen Johnson and Weir.
Let me ask you one question. You'll continue counting your list. Let me ask you one question. Then we'll continue counting your list. Now, Prince Johnson, he read and he said the whole of Nimba County voted for him. He came number 3, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what if 2 other counties have come and supported him and he win? So will you say that the 2 counties can make people win for in Liberia?
No.
So then why is it that Nimba County can support other country and the president win, then they say Nimba County make them no, that thing also erased.
That's how they say over and over. If Prince Johnson pick your hand as the presidential candidate from different counties,
it's a lie.
President. But
it's a lie.
Of that,
yeah, I'm saying it's a lie.
Evidence of that, Ellen Johnson, there are 3 presidents, George Weah, and then Joseph Nimba Boakai. Prince Johnson picked them all, and they became president. So that's the fact. You see, we cannot deny it.
Nobody denied that Prince Johnson
until Nimba start making this guy so-called godfather of this land that got that yoke over Nimba County, that President Nimba will sit down there for somebody, Prince Johnson. I don't know what kind of medicine he used on your
that medicine is all about commitment. It's all about commitment to your own person, your being tribalistic, being know your own. No, let me tell you, go tomorrow morning, go outside and stay and see the birds that fly in the air. You not see the pigeon and the eagles flying together. You see pigeons flying together. You see the crows flying together. So it's all about people knowing their identity, that we can identify with a person here. Okay, and you live in a country that is tribalized. Okay. So you cannot avoid that. That's the point we want you to know. But to come out point blank and say that Prince Johnson or Nimba County can make people win, then why Prince Johnson didn't win? Nimba County can contribute for that. I agree to.
I said it. Every time Prince Johnson reigned Nimba County, he came 3rd place or 4th place. The whole county vote for him. They don't reject Prince Johnson, but evidence of that they make it go for 27 years.
Lofa County voted for Boakai. The Southeast have been voting for Oregani for Weir before. So, but the point here is, the point here is our country, Liberia. Paul, you there? Look, let me tell you, I'm from one country, right? if I go to vote, all the people they say, yeah, there are no child, there are no person they will vote for me. Even if we don't win, but at least they will vote for me. Simple. So you don't expect Grand Nigeria country that I don't know one person from to kind of go stand behind me. The first thing they'll start asking who the person here. But go take one tier or 112 from Grand Nigeria and put you on the ballot against me from one country, and the two of us and see which country will win. Or which country will vote for who.
I don't care how they're going election. Tewon Gonglo, son of Nima, your own brother, was running for president. But before Prince Johnson went say, no, I want Tewon. This is the person I want. All anybody follow that person. But
do you also agree with Guy? Do you agree with Guy that Nima can? I mean, that Prince Johnson lifted 3 people's hands and they all. I mean, some of them didn't win.
What for president?
Not for the president. Not for.
But this is I say for evidence 3 president hands he left and won. So Prince Johnson is the godfather. And Tewon Gongo, who was running as president, Prince Johnson said, no, you need Biden, you shouldn't carry Tewon. You all follow me. They all follow Prince Johnson. That's the fact.
Mr. Chulople, let me come in, Mr. Chulople, right? So this gone elections, when it was pretty close to counting the last votes in the first round, there were 2 to 3 smaller counties. In fact, this same issue repeated itself in the second round. There were 2 to 3 smaller counties that needed their votes. They were not counted in totality 100%. So can we also say that these counties has the same ability that you're giving or the same power you're giving to Prince Johnson that they can also produce presidents? Because the same thing repeated itself. I remember they needed to count the votes from Bapolu. It was other 76% of the total votes that were counted. And they needed a few portions. Then from somewhere in Maryland County as well, they needed some votes from there. Other Maryland were around in the 80% or 80-something%. They needed the votes from there to be counted. So we can say Nimba County can produce president because Nimba County is as important as every other counties to our electoral process. Agree that they have numbers based on their landmass. We agree to that. But if you say Nimba County, we say today they will not vote, somebody will still become victorious from the election. Because we will still have numbers to deal with.
You shouldn't tell the thing also down
Prince Johnson's representation. The thing is clear. Prince Johnson's representation is a self-acclaimed glory and title. But the fact that he contributed to liberating Nimba, quote unquote, his own explanation, not a fact from the Nimbadians. You don't even know whether the Nimbadians agree that he liberated them. Till today, you know that students went against Prince Johnson in his county there to tell him that he should stop telling the people that he liberated Nimba. Because people are aware that he also slaughtered some Nimbadians. People who went against him. People who even worked in the Doe government from Nimba County. He ordered their execution. So, how do you amount that to somebody being the godfather? Killing your own people?
Well, this is how the
so he's using that scare tactics. He's using...
When it comes to that quote-unquote liberation of Nimba County, I mean, Prince Johnson does not have dual life. He does not have... He's now omnipresent. He can't be here, there, all over the place at the same time. This is a guy who ran throughout ahead of Charles Taylor during the war, and he came and settled in Cornwall as early as July. And then the war was just starting in Greater Liberia. So where was Prince Johnson in Monrovia, in Cornwall, and fighting in Nimba County to defend anybody in Nimba County?
That question is for anybody that claims that the land is
earlier on. The MPFL have more Nimbadians than the IMPFL. When he came to Monrovia, he forcefully recruited the boss because if you don't join, he will kill you. So the boss came with him. Okay? So, you know, anybody under the illusion that Prince Johnson liberated him from Nimba County, he must be high. You know, something must be wrong with you. You know, everybody in Nimba County knows that he did not do that. And that's what I said from the beginning. Nobody. One person will put a hair off from Nimba County and say, we selected Prince Johnson to be godfather for us. The man just, he used that military tactic and come and say, yeah, I am all the time, I am. See it?
But I think it's if Paul has a little, he has some grounds. When he says that Prince Johnson, had made presidents, because the fact that he has not made himself president does not negate the fact that he has some fear of influence in Nimba County. That are influence that he's trying to rally on. So I think is that for Prince Johnson, the people of Nimba County, the few people that he has, behind him, they have made some impacts.
Yeah, look,
but
still, this is clear.
There are a lot of people in Nimba County who do not really support Prince Johnson. They like a Tawan Gonglu. There are other people.
God and I have seen the same. God just said it. Let me tell you, every county in Liberia is important in the electoral process. Okay, let's say you have elections. I think the smallest county now in Liberia should be Bapuru or Pomi County. So one of those counties, you got 50-50, and you need maybe 1 or 2 or 100 people to vote to bring it out. And Bapuru people can vote and bring it out. So should we say that Bapuru people can be president? What we're saying is that Prince Johnson can support people and they will win, but that doesn't mean to carry this thing around that Nimba County can make people win. That Prince Johnson can, no, he can support people. I mean, so I started an example. If you say you get medicine for one sickness that can kill people, but you can kill that sickness, then the sickness get you, and you can't make yourself work. Tell me now. So don't be under the illusion that Prince Johnson can make people win. Then why he can't win?
So later we get that. But what I'm saying here, you're not capturing what I'm saying. When Prince Johnson ran 2017, the entire Nimba County voted for Prince Johnson. Talking to
because he's from Nimba County.
I'm not lying.
I don't understand.
Because he's from all right, great. It's because he's from Nimba County. Yeah. Prince Johnson, when it always become tied in Liberia, when in the second round, not the first round, in the second round, when Prince Johnson lift for your hand up, he said, "My people will vote for you." It happened 3 times. We know that 15 county, it happened 3 times. That's the point I'm making. Now, there's a by-election coming up. Prince Johnson said he's supporting somebody, and mark my word, the person Prince Johnson supporting will win this election because people from Nimba County are afraid of this guy so much. Wherever he says,
do not use the word afraid of him. He's supporting.
But that's the truth. So
yeah, no, we gotta be fair. We gotta be fair in the discourse. The people in Nimba County, I think they deserve some respect, right? People in Nimba County are not just cowards. I mean, you hear them, they say they are brave, strong, intelligent. They're not just cowards. So if they support their own, it doesn't mean, see, now you're making me to appear like I'm supporting Prince Johnson and I like what he's doing. No. But the people do that out of sentiments. You see, now, okay, let's say if Joe Boakai had just won and Nimba County people come and vote for him massively, and nobody to stand ahead of them and vote for him massively, and Joe Boakai wins, he's from Lufa. He start giving all the job to Lufa people and other people, and he gave Nimba County people who will talk. So Prince Johnson, look at this loophole. The guy is just corny. He will use this kind of intelligence on the people of Nimba and say, look, I am going to talk for you. You see, so when he said, I will bring people to vote for you, not that people are afraid of him when they see him coming and they run away to go hide. No. What can Prince Johnson do to anybody in Nimba County? I mean, this is a guy who are
this is a question for a lot of Nibadians.
I'm also trying to dislodge that belief that people in Nimba County are afraid of Prince Johnson. No, it's not so. Let me tell you, this guy, one of Kunoba's brother or his son, in the past election, he stood against Prince Johnson, and something that fracas went up. Prince Johnson was on the air crying, talking about Prince.
It's Anthony Kongba, and
the attacking and black.
Not everybody. He said Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson said Kongba's stepson. You saw,
Yeah.
what kind of, you see, look at Anthony. Look at, it does not look like Kongba. Look at the man eyes. He may have his father eyes. He said the Kongba, he called him message Kongba stepson.
Yeah, I mean, of course, those are the kind of things you do. You always, the same Jeremiah that
Mr. Chodople, watch Prince Johnson keenly, right? This is what he does. By the time you speak against him, he's ready to give you tax that will actually paint you different to the public.
Yeah.
Just for the situation that Francis just mentioned. So what he's trying to do is bring up a scenario where the Crown people and the Nimbadians will actually look at a certain group of people totally against Nimba County and against Grangida County. So he see you Portugal and tell the Nimbadians, say, oh, look at that man. And he wanted though to perpetuate so that he can continue to kill people. Then he find your family background, make sure that you either your father had either served in government before or have been some kind of legislator or something, and just fit you in that place so that the people see you ugly. It's just a situation. Take exactly from the current recording that we're looking at. Prince Johnson mentioning so many people there. Do you think those people support Prince Johnson? Don't you think those people also have their own supporters? Would their own supporters support Prince Johnson? It's not possible. So look, I want to agree with you. I want to agree with you to some extent. That's the balance I'm trying to create. Like Francis said, yes, Prince Johnson has some kind of influence. One, he tested politics outside of the battlefield. And he's built himself to that place where he's being seen as a rock to contend with. So with that, he has that influence. And the guy is smart. He's on top of his game. Prince Johnson sits back, watch your dirty the water, everything. He goes to where the fish are gathered more. The most clearer part of the water that where Prince Johnson will go. So he did it in 2011 or something. That's how he went to CDC. Prince Johnson knew exactly that he could not run any other place. He saw where the Liberian people were running in the majority, most especially our other kind of people. He saw it. So he wanted to be there so that he can create that. The Prince Johnson you talking about now, he created that Prince Johnson. But is it that the Nimbadian people wants it or that what they created for themselves? No. But he has that. So we can give it to him to say, yes, politically, he has that influence and he's using it to manipulate. He's actually using that to manipulate. Because he did mention that. He did mention that when he had a campaign spree, when he told the Nimbadians people, he cautioned them. And that word of caution was very threatening. You know, he was trying to put the people on their guard that when you vote for these people, they're coming after us. They're coming, in fact, he mentioned it that they're coming for all your educated people, they're coming for all the educated Nimbadians. So that's the kind of influence he's using.
Thank you for your clarification. Until Nimbadian take a stand to not support this guy anymore, then we know they're talking, because I know that a lot of Adolfo Doro is in love, in Nimba. He fought bitterly in our war and he's still around. There are so many of them sitting now in Nimba that they don't talk. And just this one guy that hold gun, everybody is so.
Adolfo Doro fought for Prince Johnson.
But he's a fighter, and he also
when Prince Johnson entered Monrovia, that a few Gio guys that joined him. A few amount of guys that joined Prince Johnson in Monrovia. Yeah, but the bulk of the guys left behind is still with Charles, still in Banga, in Nimba County and Boakai. They were fighting along the way. Yeah, so most sons of Nimba County died fighting for Charles as compared to Prince Johnson.
Yeah. That's the whole
like
anyway.
This guy who was ambassador to Guinea or so, he also fought on the Taylor side. Should those people be claiming that they are liberators for Nimba County? Taken Wanti, Jotua, all those people. And they had great people from their side who died during battles.
So Dolo was for Charles Taylor. Somebody just say it here, not for Prince Johnson.
That person know nothing.
The person know nothing. I talk about Dolo for Prince Johnson.
Dolo came from IMPFL and came to MPFL. Dolo, the boy Melvin Soprani, all of Bonnet. That person know nothing, man.
My man, I talk about Dolo. I talk about Dolo spent all his time in Monrovia.
The boy came from America. In fact, in a TRC report, he mentioned it. The man came from America. He came. He was in Monrovia there during 18, and then they contacted him. That he joined Prince Johnson.
Right. So we're gonna move forward. Anyway, we're talking about this whole topic today is about the war and economic crime code being set up in Liberia. Guys, the way things are going, since the lower house has come up with the resolution, the upper house nagging to find a solution to this problem. Last week, our chair had a press conference. I know it was in the house when our chair read something that they should not have the war and economic crime code settled in Liberia.
Or you mean the speaker?
The speaker, the former former pro-tem.
Okay.
He said that instead of them having a war and economic crime code, they should go back to revisit the TRC where they can have a palaver hot conversation, and those perpetrators that they bad to our people to say sorry, and then everything over, they be sent under the carpet. So my question to you guys is: these guys in the upper house do not want the war and economic crime code to be set up in Liberia? Is that why they're nagging to take on the tax that the lower house are put in front of them?
But this guy, Linford said it earlier. It's crystal clear. This is a double-edged sword. A sword that they're carrying. If you hold the sword one side, the war crime will catch you. You hold the sword on the other side, economic crime will catch you. So what can they do? So all the people, the man is indicted by the Americans. He's indicted by the Americans. So what do you think he will say?
This is a problem. This is a problem, and you and Linford. So guys, I want to hear your take on this the whole nonsense that is happening. Is it the time now, because we know the upper house from what is happening? They have a 4 person in the upper house that have been sanctioned. 4. Even it could be more, because we also have Corruption King Kong, Eddie Styler, all of them in our house. And they seem not to do anything but the economic side of this situation. Then you have 2 other warlords in the house too that don't want the Prince Johnson and Yaya Nimna and all that. So it's about time that the president use his constitutional right to veto the whole thing and sign this thing and how they call it, what they call the American are asking for, that he just need to sign the paper so they can bring in the money and do it. It's about time, because we know the upper house, the way they drag in, they will not have the thing passed.
Well, I can tell you, you and I want to believe I should be the youngest on the platform here. I can tell you for a fact that you and I will pass off. Not now, when God calls us, we will go. The next group of people will come, and we will have this same cycle of governing system. Listen, the president is playing smart. He knows what he's doing. Like Omer Linford said, my brother Francis said, it's a two-edged sword. When you grab it from one end, you will bleed. You grab it from the other end, you will definitely bleed. So where is Joseph Boakai from? From the Unity Party. The government before George Weah's government, where did it come from? From the Unity Party. And if you are going to investigate economic crimes, you're definitely going to other 3-4 governments from your own government. And if you have that much sophistications and support that America wants to give, you're probably going all the way into Charles Judy Bryant because it's close to the Charles Taylor regime, you know? So, mind you, you have the Honorable Amara Conan there. Where is he from? He's from Unity Party. You did not mention him. So you think Joseph Boakai actually wants to put most of his people in the web of these quote-unquote face-to-face economic criminals and warlords that we have now? No. So it's either that he's trying to filter, you know, filter sufficiently to know that, okay, we can take the goats from among the sheep. So he will take his time. If he will actually turn over or veto that thing you're talking about, he's going to take his time. It's not going to be a tomorrow thing. It's not going to be a day after tomorrow thing. It's a whole long process. So I may be standing on the side of Prince Johnson to say, let's keep focus of other development at the same time while we're trying to cut it, you know, but it's not something that we can ignore. It's necessary for the growth of our country. It's necessary for our development. But honestly, there are people currently serving this government who have served in previous government, who also that we all know that we can call some economic criminals. The facts are there. Right. So, and some of them are also from the Unity Party. Will the Unity Party be, it's just looking like the common saying we have in Liberia, say, cat eat your own baby, you know? Will the cat Unity Party be prepared to eat their own babies? I don't think so, because some of those babies that Unity Party should be eating if they want to do international best practices will be some of the major factors in government now. And they wouldn't be prepared.
I didn't bring in Linford. Let me bring you this one here. Linford, hold on. Linford.
Yeah, but I want to address that particular question.
I'm going to throw a question to you, then you address it. What God just said, and you said it right, that double soul, right? It's because there was a promise made to the Americans. Don't you think the Americans now, they'll play cool with you, and then they'll bite and blow. At some point in time, if you can't deliver what you promised, then they will hit you hard. What do you think? Because all of these things, the Americans now happy that the war economic coming to Liberia, and now people are delaying. What do you think? Yeah, you can tap into guys.
Yeah, and I was when Guy was talking, I was trying to read between the lines whether he's alluding or insinuating that you know, the World Economic Crimes Court might not come soon, or they might just not come.
That's what he's saying. Okay. He said may not come soon. Maybe
let me tell you one thing. There's a reason why the World Economic Crimes Court will be very necessary for Liberia now or never, or even in a distant future, but not too long. Maybe the next administration after 6 years. Now, you know, you have the likes of Prince Johnson. When any small thing happened, he threatened, I got 500 men standing by to come. Impunity. This is a man who killed people, who brought war, killed people, but every time small thing happened, he still tells people he get his victims listening to him that he will bring 500 men. The war and economic crimes, especially the war crimes court, is needed to deter these kind of behaviors, to totally put stop to it. That one man will just feel that you are saying that Prince Johnson is so powerful that the whole country is afraid of him. No. You see, that Jefferson Kweji can you get and talk something? He say government do the one, will do the one. People have been making threats. Can you imagine? Whole country. You think you will just get in America and go make threat? No, you can't do that. The law will grab you. But in Liberia, it's the opposite. We can get and talk. One man get and say, you'll try it. You'll see what happen here. You see? So we got to set precedents. We got to set example. Okay? That other people, other generation, let me tell you, you know, when I was studying maritime, there is something called, the IMO always do this kind of thing, pass law recording the conventions, IMO conventions. And these conventions, they are very reactive. They are not proactive. They will not pass the conventions before some major accident take place. Like you see the Titanic, when Titanic sank, before they made one convention for it. Something happened here. There was a ship here called Scandinavian Star that used to run between here and Estonia. It sank before they made another convention. This time, it's a new convention. That convention was that every ship flying the sea should have, especially cruise ship, should have double hull, double skin, and then also inside should be all insulated with fireproof. So I asked a question, and my prof told me that, the reason why they wait until the accident happened before they get the convention is that they don't know what will happen, what will be the cause of any accident, and which is true. You see it? But now that we know what happened, what brought the war, we should set that barrier so that it will not happen again. Okay, if somebody, let me tell you, it will be difficult. All the more people making, nobody can take and go join in the pool and start fighting now. No, that lie. It can't happen. In the first place, we are become so advanced. Every little child in Liberia gets cell phone, so go join the bush. Somebody will come from there and say they show you his allocation. They'll pick you up very quick. Okay, compared to 1990, where you have a group of guys running all between the horses, they call themselves and special forces or all kind of funny thing. Okay, it can't happen anymore. See it? So we got to set a record. We got to set the example so that other people look at it and say, no, we can't do it again. Okay, that law enforcement right there. And then when it comes to the economic crime school, people stealing your money, they turn around, they build houses right in front of you. They turn around, they live luxurious lives. They turn around, they influence your politics with your own money, your own grease. They use your own grease to fry you. Can you imagine? So we got to bring all the courts so that people, if you get 100 people in a jail, like you always saying that they should put people also going to safe and carry in far see. That parents can see them, nobody can see them. You stay there, the only people the only thing you get contact with are the blue sky or the gray sky or the rainy weather or the thunder on sea. Then other people be scared. You can be late bag on rest, bag on money on Broad Street. You'll come back tomorrow, you find it there. But if we don't do it, how do we not have King Kong 1, B-ball, corruption King Kong, then you get B-ball 1 and 2, you get all kind of funny people, because we don't have anything to deter people from doing that. So that's why it's very necessary. And you mentioned on the second portion where you talk about the commitment our president made, very good. And again, when something like to have everything got done, who told Joe Boakai to say that thing? Nobody got to him more to say, can say, no, nobody open him more. He called Allen White here, Allen White talk. They came to a gentleman agreement. So that's a commitment. Allen White did not come begging. They talk. So if his government, he wants to make record, right? He wants to leave that legacy behind. If he wants to go down like other presidents, fine. But if he wants to keep that legacy, you have to keep his commitment. So there is where now we'll see whether or not he's a man of his word.
Great. So, guys, we've got a few more minutes left, and I just want to,
Mr. Cholope, let me pop this in quick. Woman Linford, I think you somehow agree with me because
I agree with you.
The power to be, the person who has the power to make this an establishment is the same person who also has one leg in that same place he wants to shoot.
Yeah.
So what would the person do? Either take out my leg or I ignore shooting in that direction. And taking out the leg is a whole long process because some of the legs you have to take off are elected like you yourself. They are elected officials. They're not people that you appointed. You can't just take them out of government like that. They have time to serve. So that means if some of those people are there for 9 years, you're waiting for that 9 years to be completed. If some of those people are there for 6 years, you have to wait for the 6 years to be completed.
Yeah, but if the process starts, something can happen.
Yeah, obviously, that's the process now.
Look,
So, We had the other warlord video on the other day and were listening to him, who was very angry, so irritated. But he made some good points. Because I think we all are excited for this. It's a good news. We want it to happen. But now, after a few days, about 2-3 weeks ago, I've been analyzing it. It's a whole process. It's a whole long process.
So shouldn't we start the process? Should we wait? And then
we have started the process. I think we have started.
Look, let me just say something. Look, there are a whole lot of senators in the upper house that will vote yes. Like I can put my neck on the line. The Yombi, the Delon, what his name, Mr. Not Albert Chim, Augustin Chim, the senator from Nimba County. From Norfolk County, the new senator. What's the name? What's the boy name? That has the security firm. The senator for Boakai County. All the guys will vote for yes. I mean, you think Joseph Boakai want to be seen as a man with outstanding, as an oxymoron? No. He doesn't want to be seen like that. You think why you report it like? And besides, his government, his government support is heavily reliant on this stuff. The implementation of war crimes code. It will not be concluded on his term, but he has to start it.
Francis,
look, you need the millennium. The
millennium support.
Yeah, you need it. These are kind of things as part of good governance. You need that money.
And Ellen Johnson won the Nobel Peace Prize. Who knows that if Boakai will pass this thing or will make it happen, he can win another Nobel Peace Prize.
You know, Francis, what you just said, it's a good thing, and what Linford just said, a good thing. But there is a but here, and I think guys alluded to that but in the House. The senators you call, if they are 30 senators, and all of that 30, 16 will say no, they will not pass it. I can guarantee you, because when we start giving the names of those that are on the sanction list and those that are against it in the House, those against will be less than those. I mean, those that are in favor will be less than those against.
Yeah, and but remember that all of them, because Nathaniel McGee has repeatedly said he wants the thing to come.
Exactly.
Oh, forget it. Nathaniel McGee, Bill Traore, all of these people will say, oh, yeah, we want it. But behind the scene, they think there's something else, because the Americans say we have evidence on you.
My man, the people going out how they say all the people who want to sign, you can sign right here. So we'll make a plea paper, no secret vote.
What are these dragging to sign this thing? And this is the point. And I try to agree with guys here, because they know it will haunt them. No, I'm not gonna also in our house, and he know. They also now. Let me say something. I think God will be on the same page now, apart from the Prince Johnson thing. The same president set up or asset recovering team, and he said it should start from 2017. That means start from George Weah. You get it?
Yeah, but
wait. Let me learn.
Let me agree with God when God said it's a process. So even if you order from 19 who from JJ Brown, but they say let's start from 2017. So what the bad thing are there? Start from 2017.
Wait. Let me learn. I agree with guys here. You talk about double sword, right? And this is where it comes from. The asset recovery team that going to start from 2017. It means from Weah people go for Weah people. But then
after that, go for Unity Party people.
Say not even land. You see, you get to the point I'm trying to make here. If they settle the War and Economic Crime Code under the Salif-led government, Salif government was classified as the most corrupt government in Liberia. CDC alluded to that, say you're corrupt more than us. And they said, no, you're correct. So we know that Unity Party was the most corrupt government. We know what happened to Noka. Now, if the Americans said they were economic crime code should start from 1989. He's talking about, so that means our president now, who had a budget for 2.5 million every year, that there's no accountability to that. When people
wait, before you go further, let me ask one question, then we'll go further. Right. So are you thinking that the president is immune from the whole and what? He's really the president, he's not immune.
That's the point. I'm trying to agree with.
So let us not create a scenario that the president is immune because he's the president. No, let me tell you.
No. I'm not saying immune. Listen to what I'm saying. Where I'm trying to land on. Because the Americans are saying it should start from 1989. That's where it should start from.
Yeah.
The early Johnson, that means
so what's the fear? What's the fear?
Right. So you talk about the double so that he put it this way.
So that's it. So they just got to go for it. But because
God said the president Drake
have problem when it starts. My problem here is
you're not getting me. They will not do it. God is telling us they will not do it because of this. It's like
something will happen. They'll do it. They will do it.
God helping here. God's helping here because what is the whole thing about it's not going to happen.
You see, because it will create a condition that because if they start going, they will go there. So that means we'll never do it. We have to do it. They can put it to referendum. Like Liberia can put it to referendum.
Who will call the referendum?
The government.
It's not the government.
So that means you have agreed to what I earlier said. So if it is the government that will call the referendum, you know that referendum is a process as well. It's not something that you can call today or tomorrow. It has a time period. So in that time interval, do you know whether this government will already finish elapsing their entire tenure?
Yeah, but until all of them die, if all the people die, fine. But even in one person still living, it can be 100 years. In one person still living, they will still do it. That nothing. You see, I don't want also create because like people like this, the moment you start creating that idea that all the people can do it, people start buying that idea. It will happen.
No, for me, I am not saying they cannot. I'm not saying they cannot. I'm only saying they will be careful.
No, let me tell you. Boakai made commitment. They got said, Boakai, when I in handcuff, when you were talking 18 years, you were not in jail. You were not lying down with somebody on a throw or going in ESSA. He talked. Gentleman agreement. What you were thinking on before you made a commitment. And they can hold him. The American can say, no, listen, you made a commitment. Hey, man. You talk about government that relies on Osafon. The people, I will tell you about Chancellor government. When Chancellor won the election, where he went, the first trade we made was right here in France. Jacques Chirac promised $50 million. By the time we left that place, one telephone call from across, from on the other side of the ocean, don't get that man 1 cent because we were suppressing. And why am I saying that they said we were suppressing? There was a guy who made one statement on Radio Moruya. They should play all the time. There are more good people in Liberia than bad people. That boy is called David Park, young boy at the time. He was a press secretary at the American Embassy. That boy came to our office at Case FM. That boy and my boss man had conversation with my president. I was recording the casa he came for. That boy made one statement. He said, that election, he said, Taylor will win the election, landslide. Nobody will challenge him. Nobody will come close to him. But unless he can do what Washington wants him to do, he will never enjoy as president. What happened? Taylor won the election. So what? And what happened? We start. Taylor have received $50 million from France. Liberia will be better for some time. I'm telling you, the fact that Boakai will call an Allen White and they sat and discussed, nobody will honor duress. He made a commitment. We got a video here. We play it. So you think, how long? What people Liberia will go to get money? Liberia tell the IMF, they say, no, we get money. You go so they say, we get money. You can't do it before getting money.
Leave for. Everything you said, we agree. I come back to you. You are coming back to your own language. Double salt, right?
Yes.
When Boakai made a commitment, it was not about consulting the others, and probably I will commit to you and then realize, oh, but that thing here will haunt me too. Then I can delay in the process.
So you think whose interest Boakai will find him? In his own interest or the other people's interest?
Well, if his foe will be called, it will be in his own interest to stop it.
No, Boakai should, for me, I would say Boakai should be in the country's interest. And the country's interest is to make sure that those corrupt people are brought to book. Then it has a but. It has a but. And who are those corrupt people that Boakai will bring to book? Some of them are his current government officials. Some of them are past government officials.
And so what?
That's what makes the work.
What are they breaking?
If you got children and you know your children are doing bad, and then the police come there, then you want to protect them. So you all will go. The thing here is, let us know. We just be where we are, because the thing is, if we are afraid that the same people in government, that same people in the work, economic crime, so we'll go. So what we expected that
should I play Adam Ware interview on SKTV that he said they're only waiting for Boakai to sign the paper that in front of his desk.
Yeah.
Wait. Before you play the video, let me tape this for Omer Linford to listen to. The current president of Liberia, was he part of the government before George Weah?
Yeah, of course.
As what?
Vice president.
Was his government called the most corrupt government?
Yes.
Were there times that the media carried his office as carrying a huge sum of money as vice president for his budget, and it shouldn't have been?
Yes.
Was that time that, do you remember, the media also carried, and it's a fact, one time they made a mistake in the budget. They gave him money in his budget that he shouldn't have gotten?
Yes.
Do you think that guy will actually...
Can I also ask you? Do you believe in a sanity and sanctity of our president that he get talking? Do you believe that he's sound and he can remember, and do you believe in that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, fine. Okay, did you hear him commit to Allen White and the international community that he will make sure that World Economic Crimes Court come?
But the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Wait. All your questions answer yes. Or if there was a point where I could say no, I'll say no. So, but do you believe that our president, he himself said a word, nobody forced him to say it?
Obviously, nobody forced him to say it.
So then,
we also cannot authenticate that. We also cannot authenticate that. You don't know whether
you cry for the bereaved more than the bereaved himself crying. The man who's supposed to be in the center of this thing, he said, I will sign the thing. Then you'll say, oh no, we scared.
But Linford, the thing here is simple. The lower house passed the thing here how many weeks ago? It is in the upper house.
It will happen.
How long does the upper house take to have a session on this? The men, the last Thursday, they should have a session. They keep nagging.
It will happen.
How long does it take?
It will happen. Yeah, the thing, you see, you as I say, it's a process. It's not there. Even if you grab me for killing, you say no, you go. So now you came into the police station and they charge me right away. No, I will have time to go for to.
Let me see if I can bring the Allen Ware thing up, because
the Allen Ware thing, we all understand it, Paul. The Allen Ware got nothing to do with what you're talking. Let me tell you, the commitment has been made. That commitment has been made, and it will happen. Trust me, I am telling you. In few days, few months from now, you and I will be on the same page. I'm telling you that this will happen. So all the fear mongering of that whole the president not been a crazy woman before. The president wouldn't know it to be epilepsy patient. The president wouldn't know it to be a drug addict. The president is a sound man. The president called another man who he knows is very instrumental in the establishment of war crimes court around the world. That even our own former president is in jail because of this. So you think he just called a man because you're happy that he became president? No, that's something he's been contemplating on. The only thing I can tell you, is that it's not as fast as you, Paul. You think, because I heard you will celebrate a child. No, this will happen. Joe Boakai is in office for 6 years. This will happen. He has been there for only less than 3 months now. on the 1st of May, we May in 3 months. So let's wait and see.
Therefore,
yeah,
we have a saying in Liberia. We can say, let's wait. When something happens, we'll investigate. We all hear tomorrow. And nothing will drag. It will drag. It will drag until.
My friend, they were not liberating. They were not liberating.
Let me remind. Let me remind.
One second. Let me learn on this.
Alan
Ware told us all of the things the men have already written. The executive order is on his desk. So if something is already in black and white, why are you worried? My worry, what you know what happened today? I could drop what I want to see. I won't see it. I'm gonna be waiting for somebody. We dying every day.
You see, you say you're confirming.
Prince Johnson
too. Confirming that
Prince Johnson too. Who there every day? Anything happen to him, then he get away with it free.
Listen, if it is true, I told you. Even if you catch roll your heart, you are watching right there. No.
Mr. Guad.
Why he can't sign the yellow money go yellow post start breaking ground and start building the prison?
Mr. Guad, let me reflect our minds. The issue of war crime code did not even start from this current government.
No, a long time.
We know obviously the Moluba Molu, we know the few other young people then were involved in bringing up the outcry for war and economic crime code. A lot of them. And they were in the opposition then. It was the same Unity Party that was leading. The Unity Party left. The same people who cried to bring it became government and did not support it. Now the people who they cry on to establish it, the people came back, and now they're going also again to cry for the people to implement it.
Okay, thank you for a reflection. Thank you for a reflection. But can I ask you? Can I remind you also?
Okay.
Let's say it was, I think during Julie Bryant's time that the TRC worked, right? Or I don't know which one will go because I'm not in Liberia. Okay, and it's been dragging all along. And we have been waiting for government to come and do it. They are not doing it. They promised that they would do it. They didn't do it. George Weah promised. He didn't do it. Obviously, he didn't expect Ellen Johnson to do it because the country was not even totally under her control. We say how ECOMO and other people, or ECOWAS or something will say there, you own me or whatever you call it. Now, then George Weah cried and he said, oh, we're doing war economic crime school. George Weah did not do it. But all the government, none of them made commitment. That's the point I want you to get. That all the government that you need me, none of them made commitment and what Boakai did. It's simple. And Paul, alluded to the fact that Alan White said that this thing is already in black and white, it's only measurable. So I'm not afraid. For me, if there was any time that I was afraid that war and economic crime school would not come, it was the time when George Weah would not say anything about it. It was the time when Ellen would not say anything about it. But here is it. Our president now said it, and it's in according to your own word in black and white. And the Americans, I guess they got possession of copy of it, and the Americans have even earmarked Ghana that the code will be settled. So you think your thing, your usual Liberian thing, what they put, I told you earlier on that these Americans do not say things that will not do.
No,
Mr. Guad, the same president who you believe in his sanity, right? The same president who you believe in his sanity because it's on his desk, he have already put pen to paper, it's in black and white there. And his deliverables for his 100 days. He promised that in his 100 days, car will not hitch anywhere. We gone more than 60 or 50 something days.
Yeah, but your car stuck anywhere.
Oh, I get picture in Grand Judah. I mean, River G car.
No, old picture there.
No, the new one.
I said that old picture. That old picture. I'm supposed to, if I go like my car gets stuck, then I will believe it. Okay, but read this in here. Emmanuel Bros said, in my view, because President TMD has made a commitment to the U.S. government to establish the War and Economic Crimes Code in Liberia, he now finds himself between the devil and the deep blue sea. So I'm telling you that this is not your usual Liberian thing. And this government that you're talking about, or your whole Liberia, this is a government that lays on hand out. Eh?
Can you bring up, there was another comment from somebody else. Can you bring up that person's contribution?
Yeah, what he said. Okay. Okay, Cambodia did it. Sierra Leone did it after the war. Okay. They took all war criminals to justice, and all those are better. All those countries are better off today. So you see,
no. Listen, this person's comment is exactly in line with what Cholople and I are saying. I just referenced to you that CDC were in opposition; they became government because they cried this cry when they were opposition. They became government, immediately the action was required and needed and necessary to do. But they did not do it. So this person is telling you Sierra Leone, Cambodia did it when it was necessary immediately. We are here, Sierra Leone is our neighbor. Sierra Leone is our neighbor.
I keep asking you, what is the fear? When this president had thing that the other presidents did not do, this president had done it. He had committed to it. So
no. There's no fear here.
No, I can point out for me. I can point out to a fear. There is this famous saying that says,
when you guys continue to doubt is where I get problem.
Mr. Gwe, do you believe in a statement that says time heals? Have you heard that before?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. And
so if time heals, that means if actions are not taken
until now. But do you also believe in Ecclesiastes where it says there's time for everything?
My man, I believe in it. I want to say Prince Johnson could drop tomorrow and he get away with impunity. So there's time is not in anyone's favor. So when you said this is what I'm going to do, why not?
Okay. So why would you? Okay, let me ask you. Can you rate any government, Joria government, and Vaga government now on this war crime school? Who will get the best grade to?
It have not come here. I can't grade any of them.
Yeah, you see, so you're going to be doubtful. This is where I got problem. Do not be doubtful.
Politicians have a way of lying to the people. We know that politicians are good liars. So what do you mean?
Listen, okay, so why they vote? Okay, if you know the lie, then why you vote for them? Because they can't test out 2 days, and you are not seeing a vote for them.
Oh, but I can give you evidence of human beings that
no. I'm asking you. So if you believe that politicians can lie and they don't do it, then why you vote for them?
It's our right. It's a right that we have. We can vote.
We didn't know that he lied, that he was going to do it, and he turned around. He someone said they all the time.
I ask you, Vaga come and say, internet distance or in my 400 they no car will get stopped, and you see that then you vote for him. So then why he say I will sign a war crime code? Then you can't believe that one.
So I didn't vote for him in the first place.
No. Why you vote for him? I told my Liberians.
Yeah. So the people that lie, politicians in nature, they are liars. We all know that. You know,
okay. We all liars. Wait. Let me bring it home.
You know, Mr.
Gwe that had not become president before. Why may all have faith in him that when he can't you do this thing you're promising? So you see, you got to.
I can tell you why people have faith in him, because he has been administrator for many years for big organization. Listen, that's big hope. But
what make you think?
When you believe that something he said, what you are going to do?
Because you were administrator for years, he would have done the same thing. The thing is, I'm trying to instill in our minds.
So what made you think that you're going when you're
I'm trying to instill in our minds, as people of Liberia, as citizens of Liberia, that we believe we should hold our leaders to their word. The mayor said he will sign this thing. When he had it, he said it publicly. So what? Then why he doubting it now?
Why is he dragging now? That's the point. Why is he dragging?
This is that police case where you grab a mayor, you finish beating him before you even came to the police station. The thing is, were you there? Did you tell the Americans to go to Ghana to go make arrangement for all these things? You don't know about
it. No, they clarified that it's not going to Ghana. I keep saying this thing.
Okay, wherever you go, wherever you go, whether that Liberia, but at least American has said they have allocated certain amount of money. You are there, they consulted you. No, you don't know about it. They want to broke the news to you.
The fact is that the Americans told us that 75% of Liberia wanted to leave.
Yes or go back. Yes or go. This supporting Prince Johnson. All want to play. No Walker school will come.
No, you're the Nimba.
Mr. Gwen.
Yeah, because I still try to let you know this thing. No, this is what no other president had done after the war. Boakai, at least, I mean, I'm not. I'm not supporter. I mean, I support Boakai I supported in 2017 against Weah. Okay, if coming without any race, I would have said supported him against Weah. But when he won, I'm not still that fan of him, but he's our president. And I will give him a grade.
Mr. Gwen. Mr. Gwen.
No, I come here. If Boakai have next stood up, like what he said in his inaugural address, if he have next said it, okay, I'll say a little bit of doubt because nobody can hold you accountable. No librarian will hold you accountable. But this man sat in front of the cameras with the international community of men who represents America. I think why is that doing something on his own? Is that a private entity he running? This is the interest of the international community, and they put in money. They put in money into this thing. So the man made a commitment. Do you know what is top behind closed door before? So it's not like you grab one guy stealing your cassava, then you grab him, taking to the police, then the police beat him, man. No.
All right, if I will hear you.
It's a process.
Why is it that the upper house is dragging the feet? And Francis said, this is what people in the upper house want. So is there now?
I just told you that this will affect some people in the upper house. It's a double-edged sword. So they will automatically drag it, but that stop the process. This is the point I'm making. It will go on. No, you do know pressure will come to bear. Pressure will come to bear. When they start bearing pressure on people, how the real side people that Maggie there or when they go in Bill Traore. People, nobody would believe that Maggie would have been, because Maggie was the first man we have with me every morning as Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Okay, they were the first two people that I talked before when Maggie come from where he go to. I mean, come from who you go to.
No, Mr. Boy, we are the not sacking. We are the not sacking.
But you were not in government last no time though.
Yeah, it was something that was just in the air that we are asking him to resign. He resigned.
Well, you see, I mean, I always keep myself away from assumptions. I know that Maggie will no more.
No, the fact is he resigned. The president did not sack him.
He resigned. Why did he resign? Because of pressure. Pressure on we are. Okay? So we are asking my man, I want to sack you, but just resign. Simple.
And so, the same man, you see, now you come that the same man who in a house who the American get evidence on, he's sitting down on a document that this not going to happen, and then we say nothing here will happen. So let the president sign this wonderful executive order. Get the thing.
Mr. Gwen, let me chip this in quickly. Right? Earlier on, when you were saying, okay, the president is at his feet, in his hands, he can take the decision. So it will happen. He have achieved by sitting with Alan White and having a conversation and can do it. But the fact that he have done that is okay.
Yes.
And you said this when I asked you, I gave a story of the president's sanity. So when George Weah came in, he promised to investigate because there were public outcry as well for them to investigate Madam Salif and the rest of the people. What did they do? They created a scene to blindfold the people. Grab a few hands of people, put them in orange jumpsuit for a little while, and then the case died. Did Madam Salif go for any investigation? She was the leader of the army. Did she go? Did George bring her to book? The rest of her other children, I mean, the other one, not even the rest, the major factor, in fact, was left to be flying around, enjoying. Impunity was his reward.
Impunity was his reward. Yeah, we'll keep pulling back and forth. in my heart and in my mind and in my entire belief, I told you, JMB has done something that all the other presidents you're talking about, Salif or Joey, did not do. They promised they were going to bring a war crimes code. When they got to power, they made complete 360 degrees turn around. I agree. But here is JMB who are author. Look, let me put it in what Mr. Bro wrote again. I keep putting it here. The man, JMB is on obligation to ensure that the World Economic Crisis Code will come, because nobody, JMB, when I in handcuff, nobody had gone to the man here and say this thing. You don't know the plan that the man have made. But it's like
we agree to this that you are not. We agree, but you see, I said something.
Why you crying?
Listen,
why you worrying?
Listen.
When other president did not do it, he had done it.
All right. The reason why I'm talking, because it's your own statement said that double sword. I agree. Right? So say you are making a commitment, he made a commitment. And then he realized, because that's why I want to play adding what view. When he read the UN, the letter go to the UN, it's no longer in Liberians' hands. That means Ellen Johnson or Joseph Newman Boakai, when any foul play, they can face the court because their government was corrupt. So he has. Yes. So you hear what I'm saying? Maybe not. He's dragging his feet.
You continue. That's why I asked you. Did you think Joe Boakai? Do we believe in his sanctity? Do we believe that he can think? The man that Joe Boakai can draw a record I know of. Maybe he can call a small shalala. I want all of can do it. Joe Boakai no fall from every lesson that I know of. He can get crazy history living here. I call that play man. The play living. You living around the crazy camp. I think you're crazy.
Rehab.
Yeah, Ria, I think he get mental problems. So this president he was thinking about what he was doing. So let's give the process a chance. Like I said, that one guy stealing your cassava, you grab him, you start beating the man before he even can do, whether he was guilty of stealing your cassava or not, you start beating him before he reach into the play. So they think that process. When Chancellor was going to war crime school, he was in Nigeria, he ran away, they grabbed him. Okay, and the king, when they passing through Liberia, when it took a long time before the court even started. It took some months. He was stay under detention. So this is a process. And me, the reason why I got confidence is that Joe Boakai did not just stand at the second marshal pulpit and say, okay, you're not happy, and I'll bring war crime school like other presidents have been doing. He sat down one-on-one. Nobody there will gone. In fact, if people were there were gone, that Joe Boakai probably got them that have gone. So if somebody was sort of be speaking or do that, it would have been Allen White. But Joe Boakai was well protected in that place. Nobody had rope on his neck. And he said, my government will do it. Allen, we have been friends for. So it was cordial, gentleman agreement that I will do this. And Allen White was taking, I know Allen White was not taking note. Why don't talk nothing? The White House was hearing it already. So, like what Bro said, Emmanuel Bro said, JMB is under obligations. It may not happen tonight, tomorrow, but it may get 6 years to go. So, why all the fear? At least he had done the first thing by saying he will do it. That what my hope is.
I agree. He done the first thing to say I'll do it.
You're making me to be a PRO for the government for tonight for nothing.
No. I agree. But what I'm telling you, politicians have a way they will say something. Nobody forced them to say it. The Darrell Dillon said,
you not see God before? Wait, what do you believe in God? You not see God before?
Yeah? I said politicians have
a way.
Wait.
Why you believe God? You not see anybody call God. Why you believe in him?
Because who told you I believe in God?
The Bible says faith is the evidence of things hoped for, the substance of things not seen. So once you have faith,
you that I believe in God. That's the first thing. You didn't say, "Oh, do you believe in God?" You say, "I believe." No, so you can't say that.
Okay, you believe in God?
I'm an atheist.
Okay, you atheist. What you believe in?
I believe myself.
Okay, Okay.
But that's good. So you see?
No, I agree. Yeah, but
so,
I'm also telling you, okay, but do you believe that you'll see tomorrow? When you go to sleep, you wake up, you'll see tomorrow. Do you believe that?
I'll wake up and see. I believe when I wake up, I will see.
Well, what make it when you don't control tomorrow? You don't have.
Nobody have control over tomorrow. Nobody have that.
But what makes you believe that you see it that by faith? So faith is the evidence of things hoped for. It's the substance of things not seen.
I see
it. So have that faith.
Listen,
have that faith that it will happen. Have that
so
faith
you have enough faith, but I don't have faith in any politician because politicians in the entire world they are liars. So,
ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do here on the bottom line. Like, bro, we give our views, we disagree, and it's just our opinions. That does not mean that that's a fact. But for me, like I said tonight, we got some real news where Emmanuel brought Toby Wilson. Toby has been here before, and let me just go through the list and see. There's my news we got tonight. Okay, Rosalind, my niece was here before. Erasing G, the first time. Bill Nere, the first time too. Tisha Higgins. And Ambassador Ryan Nyepa. So you see, but what we're trying to say here is that, Paul, I hope, and this will be my really final cut on it. I don't want to be a PRO for this government tonight. At least this government have made commitment. And the same way we can go in a court or we go to the wedding and we say, take you as my wife for better or worse. You're not even reading our more heart. She's not reading your heart. But that is faith. That is faith that you got in her or in yourself that you will make it. So this president has said, I will do it. And the good thing was that nobody forced the president. Nobody wanted to demonstrate to a horse. We even know. We just saw the video. We know what kind of conversation they have for anyone to come. So all this thing should give us faith. And we should start encouraging it. Instead of thinking that, the people in the world, some other people, they're in the house today, right? Okay, let's agree. They're in the house today. After 6 years, they might not be there. So what will happen?
So, therefore,
after 6 years, they might not be there.
A lot of people don't come back after 6 years. We know that.
So what will happen now? So what will happen? And the process is still on.
Now, yesterday, let me tell you this, what will happen. Yesterday, I was a young man that had plenty of energy that could run from morning to night non-stop. Today I can't do it. And tomorrow I will not be able to do it. So you talk about time. You quote a Bible verse that time for everything.
Everything has time.
Everything has time.
And this is the time for work around.
Time don't wait for men.
But the time is here now.
Yes, listen now. The fact is that you went unknown to nobody. You call the Americans, say, "I'll do this," and then time come for you to put this, because a part of the 100 days to deliver the thing here that some of us can celebrate with our Jack Daniel, and then time come now, you narking, you dragging.
You got no ground to be here.
Listen now, listen.
You got no ground.
Your feet, say,
You know, let
it walk till start. Then you dragging.
You know what is fear? You know what is fear? Fear is fear itself. Fear is something that you don't see, but yet, people. You know why people get afraid? You walk in the night, you see nothing bad, but you're afraid. That's what you're doing. It's just like you're walking in a deep darkness. You say, damn it, your own imagination. Say, I know the Bugumen say now what I know. We those of us from traditional background, they will tell the story about Bugumen and no damn Bugumen anyway. They say the people Bugumen say that ABB. You don't see about, in your mind, you're walking in there, say, I know I'm going to go clear on top of Bugumen. That the same thing is suffering from here. It's fear.
No, Lifa. Experience tell us that I can call names. The favorite nephew were promised. Nobody said that he called his favorite nephew and promised him to be vice president. Thank him. It didn't happen. So people who have a pattern of telling people,
you were not there.
The favorite nephew said it.
No, but I was out of story. So what? But did you?
Prince Johnson also confirmed that. And when they brought Jeremiah, we put them one side.
But it's simply Johnson
confirmed that. Yes, not your favorite Prince Johnson, your back.
I will back JMB.
We will have a history with this president. When you are in a CPP, he did something again that we know.
I agree.
You agree. So now this president come and
I am saying that he has said he will do this one, not to me, not to you, but to the whole world. So
anyway, let's close on the show. We had enough time.
We'll close on the show, but I will not surrender tonight.
The fact is,
that poor guy. Sorry for a guy. I'm sorry thinking your argument that
every day I look at my Jack Daniel, and the fact is, I would have given it 90. We get our system more days.
That Jack Daniel will expire.
No, it will not expire because people that Prince Johnson will not get away with it. Say, Omer Baga committed, he will be forced to sign. That's the fact.
You see, that thing I want us to be talking that the Omer he will sign this thing. Whether the upper house refuses,
because when he did the CPP, he got away with it. When he did with his favorite nephew, he got away with it. So this time around, he was signed.
My man, that was so talking, and now you come here, my son.
Mr. Gwet, one thing I want you to understand is I'm not saying the old man has not made some effort, but the fact that he could initiate the conversation with the Americans, that is a good start. My own point here is it does not mean because somebody has started something, you can tell them, say, oh, the pace you're running on, you will not finish. It's clear to see energy.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. That's what makes it a process.
Exactly. That's what I presented to you. I told you it's a process.
Yeah,
and
if it was an event where we say, okay, or it will become event eventually, but right now it's a process. Because event is like you're going hard then, you get a date, you know, buy all everything, say we're having a dance tomorrow. Okay, everybody know. But then one a process is like you you start building a house. If you start building a house today, you lay in the foundation, you not know whether you finish tomorrow. Anything can happen in between. Okay? But it's a process. The process is on. Because you put a foundation and 1 month, 2 months, you don't do it, and people say, oh, but man, why the man waiting for a house? No. It's a process.
Yeah, but similarly, we could say it almost comparable to an event because the regime has 6 years.
Yeah.
You obviously know that Boakai will not go another term. He cannot. In no way.
But that's what I said. It will eventually become an event when the foundation is laid already. And let me tell you, all in all, making the hardest thing for our people to be sent to the Americans or the UN or whoever responsible, sent to them, because money is not the issue. Place will not be the issue. Liberia big. We can find someone at place. Money there. And one more. I think if that worker, man, someone willing say me, I hear willing to go work. Even if I do brush a place to build a prison, I'm ready to go. Go brush it. So you see,
you think what I won't go work to bring the prisoner ship.
Okay, so you see, the only thing is send the process is on now. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We'll not create any doubt that it can happen. Because Liberia people like that, by the time you start going their head, it's so well. They think, we can make it. No, Joe Boakai will be under pressure. He will do it. The government, the senator told me, they're taking pay, and they're working for money. The day American government say, oh, IMF, World Bank, everybody say, we're not getting 1 cent until anything happens. So the senator will not be sitting in the house. Their own friend there, the other friend there who's supporting him will be the one to start beating them in the house and say, you're signing anything here. Okay? All the people who they represent will be the one. So there are many ways to put pressure. But let's give the process a chance. Let's start. When you start now, you'll see plenty will happen. No, let me tell you. Dramatic thing will happen, gentlemen. That's our little clue. Tonight, take the word. The last one I'm saying is dramatic things will happen in the whole process here. My final cut only for tonight. Until we come back another time to discuss it.
Right. Dramatic things will happen in the whole process concluded by Linford. And I hope that happened too, because my 180 Dallas Jack Daniel. It have to be celebrated this year. And pressure will mark on Omen Boakai to sign that thing. Whether he said will be in it, we don't care. So, guys, Linford, it was a great show. So, you gave me 1 minute each of summary. Let's close and talk to our viewers the next time.
Yeah, well, for me, let me say thanks to the viewers. Thanks for always supporting the platform. It's your place. We want to grow it more and more. Share it every time you come across our topic, our discussion, our page. Like it, share it to different groups. In a nutshell, the conversation was good. Yeah, our disagreement were also important to the discussion. Our agreement was also important to it. And I'm hopeful with a huge enthusiasm to see the Unity Party-led government executing what they've started. Yeah, that is my hope and appeal to them. And we all understand, yes, it is a process, but by the fact that they have started, let's be hopeful that they continue and finish it. So I also have, my doubts and fears still remain that they may not want to shoot themselves in the leg. But I'll keep the hope and see what happens.
Okay, I like it. I like it when you say you keep the hope and see. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's good to hope because we live by hope. Like as for we don't know whether we see even the next second, but we say I hope that it will come. Tomorrow will come. Next year will come. After 6 years,
See, vision, hope, and I hope never came.
And I'm hoping that we are all hoping that while we're even talking, there is some work being done by the president to sign up people. We wake up one morning and say the thing will get woke up one morning with all the Island White video flying around. We wake up one morning and say the old men have finished signing the thing gone. Then we'll start doing different things. But Liberians, I think we all need to support the process, and we need to keep adding our forces. The people who are in our house, let me tell you, it's not easy to die. When they shoot you in the head, you stay for it to die. I watched this horrible video where the guy was beheading the people. The guy beheaded and then they don't stay fighting to like 1 kilo to walk. So those people in the house who are stained with corruption and other things, you won't expect them to say, you can't take all to the head. They'll fight. But then how long? They'll fight. How long just stay in the army? They'll fight. They will get tired. They'll fight tired and then they'll sit down. Finally, they might sign willingly or by force. So I believe that the willpower is there on the part of this government, because the fact that they can make a pronouncement to the international community, not to me, not to anybody, but to the world, that's a willpower that other governments did not show. So we just need to keep our fingers crossed and we keep pumping it on the ears of the people so that they'll know. We should not give up, because there is time for everything. This thing has been since 1990. Our people that if some of them are living, they will say be there by now by themselves. Okay, but the fact that people took away their life prematurely is why we want justice for them, and the time is now. If we sit there and be quiet, we'll even be doing more danger than the people who kill them. So it's time for us to add our forces and let this thing happen. Let's have a closure once and for all. Let justice come to both the perpetrators and the victims. Because some of the people that we are even thinking that will be victims or that will be guilty, they might be free. We don't know. So let's support the process, and we hope that this government will push it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Linford. Thank you, God. Let's support the process. Liberians should be hopeful that Omen Boakai will sign this thing, and then we'll have the perpetrators and those are still from our country. In terms of the economic side, they will have to face justice one day. And for our viewers, I have a Jack Daniel here, and I'm waiting for that day. If I still have life in me to see that wonderful day, I'll be sharing my Jack Daniel with you guys on a platform and celebrating. So let's be hopeful according to my panelists. So on the note, we'll say good night. We're back here when Linfa talk to us.
Today is what? Today is Wednesday, Tuesday, maybe
Tuesday.
anytime between now. You see, on the bottom line, we operate like this. Tomorrow, anything could happen, and then we'll come back right away. But we got 2 days in the week that will come on, because we know our viewers. We don't want to tie you down. 1 and 2, we don't want to because there are other platforms that you want to visit to. You want to diversify your sources of information. So we come on every Tuesday and Friday officially. But we can count on Wednesday, we can count on Thursday, we can count on Sunday, anytime. So always, that's why it's good for you to like our page and click on the subscribe button to our YouTube, so that the moment we come on, you hear that ping sound, and then you know that we are on. And so be expecting us anytime, but we will be here. The next time we're going to be will be Friday. That's about 2 days from now. And so we hope that you will be part of us.
Okay. On that note, say good night and God bless you all. Hope to see you soon.
This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube, and online radio. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube, and online radio.